sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh boy, wow. We're here. It's been 2 weeks, right?
Has it? It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, it has. I was in Denver last weekend watching the Cubs, as you do.
I know. I mean, if you have that opportunity, you best go and do it.
As you do, as one does. Man, I baseballed out, man. I did 3 fucking games in a row. 3 days in a row, 3 games. That's a lot.
How many innings?
That's a lot.
Any long games?
Oh, they were all 9 innings.
Okay.
So, they all went none of them, one almost went into
right.
extra innings. Anyway, we're back. It's the first show since the Night of Living Cover Bands announcement. I know that there's like a couple bands already that have changed. I think Sorry Wedo is now doing James Brown. Just a little update for everyone.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so.
damn. Actually, I'm looking forward to that now.
Well, we have, you heard another voice in the studio. We had her on a different show with Barney one day, but we brought her in for her own podcast. Live in the studio, singer-songwriter Serene Amor.
Hey, y'all.
Dang, there she is. There she is. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you
You're
guys?
fresh off your show at the State Fair on Friday?
Yes, I did a double header at the State Fair.
You did a double header. See, I was baseball. I did a double header. But no, you did.
Yeah,
I did a triple
dude,
header.
we were working.
We're working. So how was the State Fair? How is it?
It was a good experience. Yeah. So there's a little part of me that used to watch Selena as a little girl, and that scene of her in the State Fair is like so cool. So I kind of refer to that. I was like, I'm having my Selena moment now.
Anything for Serene's.
Anything for Serene Amor.
Serene Amors. You got to throw an S at the end though. Because he kept saying Selena's.
Somebody told me the other day, they're like, oh, what are your fans called? I was like, I don't even know. I was like, I was like, I've never thought about that. They're like, you need a name for some fans.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe just the Amors, like whatever, Amors, the loves.
The loves, yeah.
The Amors.
The loves,
homie, what's up? I like that. So not only did you play the State Fair, this is the final one in that location.
This
we
is
shut
the last,
that bitch down.
Yeah. Last hurrah for the Albuquerque State Fair.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not going to be Albuquerque anymore. I mean, from what everyone says, it's going to be in like Los Lunas. It could be between here and Los Lunas. We don't know.
Or Rio Rancho. It would make more sense if it was in Rio Rancho, because at least it's like close enough to like the biggest city.
I don't like these words.
And at least they'd have something.
I don't like
right?
What is wrong with y'all? We don't want to drive over to Rio Rancho.
I'm not trying to drive to Rio Rancho. I'm just saying,
I'd rather drive
I feel
to
like
Los
it would
Lunas.
make more sense.
I don't know.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm from Los Lunas, so I'm like,
Yeah,
it's better than having the State Fair just show up in the middle of town every year. This again.
Well, and
now
like,
I can't drive places.
You've got these people that are like, well, why is it moving? I'm like, it's a shit show there. Like when you try to drive through that area and you're not going to the State Fair, it's fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah, you're. It's just an entire
and
circle around it.
We'll get into that in the second hour because there was a headline that came out today that's second hour worthy for sure about Albuquerque that I was like, and I want your guys' opinion on this because we live here,
I must have missed it.
Oh, it's
We're used to the chaos, but other people probably come here.
We made another list. We got second on another list. So,
yeah.
Let's go.
Winning it, baby.
So what was your experience with the State Fair? Were the people at the State Fair nice to you? The workers?
Yeah, everybody was, I don't know. I felt like everybody was pretty engaged. And it was just a fun experience to be on a stage one that big. They had the name in the background. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like we added some additional people to my band specifically for the State Fair. We had a saxophone player. We had a guitar player.
Oh, nice.
I had somebody helping me with vocals. His name is Agave, and he's an amazing local artist. Like he's new. I think he's from Chicago.
Correct
Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong about that, but He has an amazing voice. He also does his own music.
I mean, there's a lot of shit going on in Chicago right now.
For him to step on and like do that and like to hear my original songs come alive in a different way than we've been playing was really cool. And then after the Chevron Pavilion, we did the Speakeasy.
Oh, so
which was so cool.
What is that?
Dude, it's just they put a speakeasy in the fair, right? So it's like behind the Red Barn, towards the end of like the main street. Mm-hmm. And it's a huge.
You walk around the Red Barn. You walk into the goat's pen. You push a hay bale out of the way, and there's a speakeasy behind the wall. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of.
Really?
So,
all right.
No. Yeah, follow the hay.
Follow the spotted cow.
Yeah, milk the cow first.
Yes.
To get the password.
Is the speakeasy like small and intimate?
No, it's huge.
Oh, that's weird.
So like at first, because they're like it's a small area, we don't want like a full band or it to be real loud. I was just gonna do my piano player, but when I went to the fair to go get like my parking passes and all of those things, I got to see it, and it's this huge room, and it's really cool. Like, I'm not just saying that.
I'm gonna go there on Thursday.
And they don't even really require passwords, so you don't have to really trip about that. But Red Barn, milk the cow.
I'm so good. Yeah,
get the password.
I followed the cow. The right place.
Farmer John sent me.
Farmer John sent you.
They're like, do you like the goat's milk or the cow's milk? And I'm like, the goat's milk.
The goat's milk, please.
The goat's milk, please.
Yeah.
But they have the specialty cocktails in there. They have like old fashions, and all of that. And there's probably like 20 tables in there, of 4. So whenever we played after, we ended up playing with, just my core band, which is like my drummer, my bass player, keys, and myself.
Yeah.
And it was enough to fill like the room, and that room was packed because it was like raining outside. So like it was that was even funner. That was a good experience.
Did you look outside and start raining? You're like, yes.
Oh, you can't see outside, but you knew it was raining because you'd see people go out there, and I'm just like, oh yeah, baby, like rain on me, dude. Like
you're like, it's coming. You're all gonna have to come inside because see,
you're all gonna have to hear me sing.
For people who don't live in New Mexico, I want to explain something to you guys. We are very, very tough people. We are very, very chill people, but we can be very aggressive very quickly if we're challenged. Now, we do have one big weakness, and it's the weather. We do not like the weather. We'll go outside to kick your ass. We're going to go outside right now. I'm going to beat you. It's windy. I'll kick your ass tomorrow when it's not windy. Am I wrong on this? We do not like the rain. We do not like the wind.
We don't know how to handle any kind of weird weather. Hi, baby. And I think it's just because for the longest time, like, there was really, like, no weather. It was just dry and, like, hot and then hardly cold in, like, the winter. But then now I feel like it rains more, it snows more, like, global warming or whatever.
Oh, no, we were just in a
really,
drought.
Like, we were just in a drought, but it's like rains once a week now. And I feel like growing up, it would rain like once a year.
Right.
For like 2 seconds. Now I'm like, I see like it come down for like 30 minutes. I'm like, hey.
Well, and it'll be like
a 15-year drought.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably didn't remember when we had a regular weather cycle.
Yeah, probably don't.
Well, and like you're saying, it would rain for like 5 minutes a lot in 5 minutes and then be done.
Yeah.
Now we'll get days. It'll still do that sometimes. But now we'll get these like Portland days where it's like the whole day.
It's like monsoony.
And you're like, what the fuck?
But then the next thing you know, like the fucking Rio Grande's dry and there's like no water in the fucking Rio Grande. You're like, what is happening? I feel like it's raining so much now. Like, where did the Rio Grande go?
There's some suspect shit with that. Like they've got it dammed up so much.
Oh, that's gotta be
I heard something about
somewhere.
Texas stealing our water. I don't even know.
Those motherfuckers.
I can't get into it too much.
White license plates.
Too much going on in the world where it's just like, man, like you got to really just like pick and choose what you want to invest your negative time into.
Right.
So
Trump is like sending the military or sending like the National Guard to ICE to like Chicago. In Chicago, they're like,
hey, that's where we're going.
Right. And they're like setting up their street bulldozers to block them. And like all this crazy shit's happening right now, right? So then, of course, the best shit ever gets posted, and it's the Malort advertisement, and it was all, good luck. These people drink tear gas by the ounce, and I was like, yeah,
that's me.
Fucking crazy, man. But
yeah.
So you're from Los Lunas, is that right?
Yes.
All right. See, I'm not from here either. You know,
where are you from?
I'm from Clovis, New Mexico.
Oh yes. We discussed.
And you and I met for the first time at Santa Fe Brewing. We were in the green room. at Oktoberfest last year, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
It's almost our 1 year anniversary.
I know.
So we're in the green room, and she's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And I was like, "I don't think so." and like you asked like a couple of times, and finally I was like, "Well, I do a podcast," and you're like, "That's who you are." And it was kind of funny because we ended up talking and had a good time in there. And then there was like a headliner band that came in. Do you remember those guys?
Yeah, it was a Low Down Brass Band.
Oh, okay. Did you like them? Did you like them?
Yeah, they were badass. I mean, it was just all horns. It was like all horns, and then like the guy kind of sang, but he like mainly rapped, kind of like, I don't know. It was
because when you went out to sing, the guy goes, she's not very brown to be singing like that.
I get that a lot.
And I was like, oh fuck, all right. He's like, I don't know if she should sing like that. I was like, come on, dude.
I mean, people always have their opinions. It's like, this is just like the voice that I've been born
If you can
with.
fucking sing like that, who gives a fuck?
It just comes out of me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
It just does. I'm not professionally trained. I've never done anything like that. It's all heart.
Really? So when did you first sing? Was it karaoke?
I guess like I've just always sang since like a little girl. Like, you know what I mean? And my mom sang, so she'd always force me to sing. Like, she'd always force me to sing, like, Whitney Houston. She was always, like, she was so inspired by, like, Whitney Houston and, like, Marvin Gaye. And, like,
your mom's
I grew up.
And,
No, as fuck. Yes. And we are all still obsessed with Whitney. Like, shout out to my mom for forcing me to sing those songs.
You're all fucking Bobby Brown. You
yeah.
son of a bitch.
No, dude, like, me and Whitney, I understand her like nobody. And she's also a Leo, so it's probably, like, that toxic. She was
something else, man. She could really wail, man.
Yeah, no, it's more than just singing. Like, I feel like there's elements, like, you can have a great voice and maybe not sing necessarily well. Like, you're not in a 4-octave range or like whatnot, right? Or you could just have like a nice sounding voice, you know what I mean? But it's not match. Like, there's so many different
you're good.
elements to it. And, like, sometimes you have both. Like, you have this incredible voice and, like, incredible ability on top of sounding good, on top of being, like, a talented entertainer. You know, there's levels.
How many octaves can you sing?
I don't know.
Oh.
We
3, I know.
We can't all be Axl Rose.
I was gonna say, not everyone's actually. Do you know that dude has like the most of like most like if he there's like an actual graph.
He has like a 5-octave range.
Oh,
right?
I think it's more than that. I think it's like
no.
8.
I think I don't think there is. I think there's only 5 octaves.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
So,
okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He could have done opera, is what I heard.
Yeah. Well, that's really what his like voice sounds like. But then like he has like his own tone and his own like style to his voice. Like, he could sound like an opera person pretty easily.
We just
but
it's
his
Axl Rose
style. Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like
he has approximately 5 octaves. Yeah.
Whitney Houston, I mean, Mariah Carey's like that, you know, because she can go low and she can go extremely high. Like, there's not a lot of people that can really do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I know for sure 3, maybe 4 on a good day.
Yeah, there's an actual site, telegraph.co.uk, where they graphed the world's best singers.
Oh, Telegraph did that.
By octaves, and he is the highest. Like, he has the not when I say highest, his voice can't go the highest. He just has the most octaves.
His the largest range.
Largest range. There you go. And I was like, you're kidding me.
Doesn't shock me.
He does some amazing things with his voice. People like give him some shit, but they're like, "Wait, can you do that?"
He's just super egotistical and an asshole. But like at the same time, like if you're like that, I mean, I'm not saying that you should be able to be like that, but you know, I feel like the music industry is just like a hard place to be. Like, you have people just kind of picking at you and digging at you all the time. You know,
he can do bravado, and he has the bravado.
It's like him and then Mariah Carey.
Dude, literally. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Mariah Carey to be doing some crazy shit. And I'm just like, dude, she could do no wrong. Like, I'm like, at this point, like, she's worked her way to this fucking point. Like, she's let her be fucking cunty if she wants to be cunty.
She's like looking out the window right now. She's like, where's December at? Waiting for December.
Yeah, dude, quite literally. She's defrosting. You know what? I love it.
Speaking of Whitney Houston, you know what I read the other day is that Dolly Parton was made an offer by Elvis to do, he was going to do I Will Always Love You. And she was, she was not wealthy at the time. And they were like, yeah, he would like to do this song, but then in order for him to do the song, you would have to share your publishing rights with him. And she was like, torn, and she thought about it, and she was like, oh, because she would have made a pretty good amount of money, probably. But then,
I mean, Elvis is a pretty good wagon to hit yourself.
right?
To.
But he would have owned half that song, and so she ended up saying no. And then when Whitney Houston did it, it made Dolly like $20 million. Because she said no to Elvis, she made $20 million later. I'm like, dang, phew.
You never know.
And honestly, that has become one of the greatest songs of all time.
Yeah. And she
The
wrote
Bodyguard?
that. She wrote that.
Dude, the fucking Bodyguard. Like, can we just talk about the Bodyguard?
Right.
Can we talk about that whole fucking album, the movie, just like everything?
It's an
It's
experience.
so.
That's when Kevin Costner could do no wrong. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
So he's all.
I
I'm-
accidentally told Kevin Costner off one time. I didn't know it was Kevin Costner.
no way.
Yeah, it
Did
was
he get
very
mad?
trashy. No, he was pretty nice. But I was like 17. I was working at Hotel Albuquerque. I was in a real bad place. I
Yeah.
was just getting fucked up every morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And Kevin Costner comes in. And I go up to his table and I was like, hi, can I get you guys some coffee? Like, I didn't know it was Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. Like, so they ordered coffee. And then he brought it. And then he was just like, can you pour out some like of my coffee so I can put some cream in? And I was just like already drunk as shit. And I just remember looking at him like, why don't you just like drink the coffee like a normal person, because I was just like some shitty teenager, like, just like annoyed to be at work. And then he was like, well, just give me that other like cup, like, because we had the cups on the like tables, set up already.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're going to spill all over my table. And he was like, no, I won't. And then he did it, and then it spilled all over. And then I looked at him, I was like, see, now I got to clean that up. And then I walked back, and then I heard people like,
That's awesome.
something, Kevin Costner. And I saw a couple people go up to him, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
They're like, Kevin Costner, Dancing with Wolves. And I was like, I think I seen that movie in like
Oh,
elementary
wow.
school, something like that. And I was like, he wasn't rude, and I wasn't necessarily like rude. I shouldn't say tell off, but I was just kind of being like, why would you do that? Like now there's just a fucking mess. Like, what are you doing? Like,
You're all the guy from the baseball movie?
yeah, the guy from the fucking Bodyguard, like that I used to watch all the fucking time. Like, I did not like put
Who's
two and
this
two
guy?
together.
Wow.
Yeah, but like I said, he wasn't rude. I think I was more rude.
I wonder if it
But
was...
I just didn't like the fact. I was like, dude, people just drink a little bit of coffee and then pour the thing in. Like, why can't you just
like a
drink a
fucking
little?
normal person.
And this just means he's never been to a village. And those mugs don't work that way. You're just gonna make a huge mess.
Yeah. Well,
No, yeah.
I wonder if it was the same time period, because he was here filming a movie. So I had a girlfriend that was at the time that was working on the movie, and she was like, Kevin Costner's band is going to play at the Sunshine, and I got
He has a fucking band.
I have to tell you about this. So she's like, I have tickets, and I was like, okay. And so we go, and I can't remember the name of his band. Maybe somebody in the chat can Google it for us. But like we go. So I didn't know the Sunshine has a screen that comes down. There's a movie screen.
Shit.
You can watch movies in there. So they have
Okay.
this movie screen down. They black the lights. First of all, every woman like almost all the women in there were like middle-aged cougar ladies, like waiting, like Kevin Costner's gonna.
They were waiting for their fucking
gonna-
bodyguard.
Yeah, he's gonna take me. So then I'm like, why is there a movie screen down? And like right away, the light's black, and they show a highlight reel of his movies. And I'm like,
Just for reference.
are you fucking kidding me? Like, this guy really shows a highlight reel of his movies so then he walks through the crowd. Like so I look over, actually, so before he walks down, I look over and he's standing next to me. And I'm like, oh my God, there's fucking Kevin Costner right next to me.
Is this man a ninja?
And then they put the light on him, and he like walks through the crowd, and everybody's fucking going ballistic. And then he gets up there and does like the worst impression of a Jimmy Buffett band ever.
Oh God.
Like, he had a guy that sang with him, and that guy was good, and he sang as well, and he was not good. It was one of those vanity, like, I want to be a musician. You should not.
That's why I've never heard that he does music. So it all comes full circle.
Yeah. But so you telling
You
him
should have
off.
just drank the fucking coffee.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
What up? Shoulder Voices is in the chat.
Hey,
Little Bobby.
Hello, Bobby.
we
But,
love Bobby.
So you're from Los Lunas. You started singing when you were a little kid. You sounds like you had a rough teenage years.
Oh yeah, I had a very rough upbringing.
You get fucked up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
What were you drinking?
I don't want to. Well, like we would pop bottles of Dom Perignon.
In the what the fuck?
Like
Nice.
it was a wild time.
Where were you working
life.
at?
A
Hotel
hotel.
Albuquerque.
You just popped bottles of damn. Did they ever catch you? No, I mean it's way past that. It's way past that.
We don't know.
Yeah, what you don't know. Don't
All the
hurt you.
things
She
I-
said when she was 17. I mean,
Dude, it was wild times. But I was like living from place to place.
Yeah.
Like I just wasn't in a good headspace. But anyways, yeah. So since a little girl, like I sang, but I was always really shy. But I always really loved music, and I used to just study music, and I'd be obsessed. Like, I was obsessed with Led Zeppelin. Like, I was obsessed with like all these different genres of like music, and I feel like certain things just inspired me, and I would just like print out lyrics. I would just have like binders of just lyrics all the time, and I would just like flip through them, and I don't know, that was like my like collector's item.
like,
was that
like
of all my
other
favorite
people's
songs.
lyrics or ones you
Yeah,
wrote?
no, like, but this was growing up. Like, I was like 7, 8, like printing out just like these things, and I would just like have stacks and stacks of binders of just like all
Oh.
my favorite songs, and I would just like learn them, and I'd memorize them, and
You're down there at the Kinko's just printing shit out.
yeah, essentially, yeah. And when I was 15, I picked up guitar, and like I got a job, and I think with my first check, I was like, I had $100, and I went to like Guitar Center, and I bought a guitar.
That's pretty bad.
Wow.
And that was like my first purchase that I ever had with my job. I was like, I just want to learn how to play guitar.
Did you
And
teach yourself or did you get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Wow.
taught myself. And then I would just ditch class all the time, and we would just hang out outside the guitar room, and we would just sing songs like all day. And I fell in love with that. And then I just kind of stopped playing, and I stopped singing for like a really long time. And then I just like during COVID is when I really started like singing again. Like
Really?
just at my house. And then I think 2022, towards the end of 2022, I had joined this like funk band. And
How long do you think was there a gap? Like how long was the gap?
where I just like didn't sing, and like
Yeah.
that's probably like 12 years.
No shit.
Yeah. I just didn't do anything.
When you were
with it.
singing, when you were younger, were you singing like just walking around and singing, or were you like
Yeah.
singing in front of crowds?
No, I never sang really in front of crowds ever. I shouldn't say that. When I was like 8, I did a talent show at Winrock.
Okay.
And I won this like Christina Aguilera album. I sang like Dreaming of You by Selena, like a cappella.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I don't remember how I was. And then I did this other talent show. I think I was like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
It was like John Robert Power or something like that. It was this weird talent agency.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting one of the
them.
golden tickets. But I did this Bette Midler song from
Beaches.
from Beaches.
Yeah.
And
Was it Wind Beneath My Wings?
no.
No.
No, it was how I forget. I'm always up at the top, not your fair, but I still got my health. It's called I Still Got My Health, so what do I care? It's like a minute and a half song. And my mom was just like, you need to sing this song. It's different. It's high energy. It has personality, like just dance around. And they ended up liking it. They wanted to send me to New York,
Oh wow.
but my mom didn't have the money. So we didn't.
It was one of those things where like, she's got it. You just need to give us $4,000.
I just needed to pay for my plane ticket. Everything else was kind of taken care of.
Oh.
But it like honestly with all like these documentaries about like the Nickelodeon kids and the Disney kids just getting
yeah.
raped and pillaged, like it's probably a good thing that didn't happen to me.
I watched Law and Order. I know what happened.
I watched Law and
To
Order.
New York.
Yeah.
See, I feel like those are kids those kids are like, I'm not saying they're soft. I'm just saying you're from New Mexico. You're 17 and you told Kevin Costner to go fuck himself with his coffee. So I think if you were a
Dude,
Nickelodeon
yeah.
kid on set, they'd be like trying to do some shit to you, you'd be all the switchblade, you'd be all back off.
Dude, just pull that shit out of my hair and just like
Yeah.
they wouldn't even see it coming.
We're built different here. Right?
It is. I mean, it's just, I feel like there's just like a lot of trauma in our history, and like trauma just like lives in, right? Trauma builds like this like hard like outer core like
Yeah,
of
oh,
us.
yeah.
And I feel like, once you see past that, like everybody's like a good person, like everybody has their softness inside, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But it's about tearing those things up. And
Yeah, but I mean if
living here,
Yeah,
you
but
have
if
a very, very strong outer core, just kind of automatically because you have
automatically.
to.
Yeah.
It's
automatic.
like people in New York, dude. It's
Once
like,
you've been
you
to
know
like
what I mean?
your 20th or 30th funeral, you're like, you know what? I got to be a little harder.
Yeah. When they're like, we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, when there's been a couple murders around your house and they're trying to tell you that the crime is down, you're like,
No, I
don't get what you're saying.
I hear gunshots outside my house all the time. My kids are just like, oh yeah, like the gunshots are just like last night. Like it's normal to them too. Mm-hmm. So it's like that kind of shows you.
I had to call 911 Saturday morning at 5:12 in the morning because there was lots of. I'll get into that in the second hour, but lots of gunshots, literally like 2 houses down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, And then like I'm on Instagram and somebody's like, and someone was talking about the mayor saying that crime's down, and I was like, not in my neighborhood. And someone's like, what neighborhood you live in? And I said Borellis, and they go, well, that's a bad neighborhood. And I was like,
no, it's not.
Are you fucking out of your mind,
dude? Everything is bad. Like, where is there a good neighborhood, dude? Like, people are literally passed out, like fucked up, overdosing on fentanyl. Like, even in like Paseo in Wyoming area.
I like my neighborhood, but I'm not going to tell you where I live.
There you go.
He lives in Midtown. No,
shit.
He does not. Little Bobby says, I told Scott Bakula to get your filthy hands off my girlfriend. Dang.
Oh, good on you.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
I mean, I didn't say he ruined Star Trek, but I don't know if he helped.
So you reference your mom a lot. Was she like a showbiz mom, or was she like,
no, she
get out there and sing?
She just sang, but yeah, me and my mom don't have the best relationship, but she was very like pushy to be like, oh, look, my daughter can sing. Look at her. Look at her.
Kind of like in Beaches where the mom was like.
Slightly. So, but she she wasn't show busy. She didn't really do kind of anything like that. She just.
That's good.
It was more of, she saw that, which I'm grateful for. Right. And she pushed me to like really stretch my abilities with music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, training me to like sing these Whitney Houston songs. I'm like, I can't sing them. She's like, yes, you can. Like, you're gonna fucking sing them, like, regardless. Like, you're gonna get this done.
Really?
And
where was the first time you like, besides you were 8, when you came back? Where was the first show you played like in front of an audience?
Okay, so I joined a funk band. So that's how I got into music. I would say, quote unquote, professionally, semi-professionally, right? Like at least just like around town. So I was in a shoe store. They saw my tattoos here, like my guitar, and I have like some music tattoos like all over.
Gotcha.
And this guy stopped me. He's like, hey, do you do music? And I was like, I sing a little bit and I play a little bit of guitar. He's like, do you have any videos? And I had this video of me singing at a James, like, I'd rather go blind. And he was like, you're like really good. Like, he's like, would you want to try out for my band? I was like, I've never been in a band. I've never done music like this, like at all. He's like, well, do you want to try out? I was like, sure. And so I went over, I tried out for his band, but it was just like him, and it was like the drummer and the bass player. And I was like a little creeped out because they were like older, and it was just a weird vibe. And then I went back the next week because he's like, oh, like I'm going to have the whole band here next week. And I was like, okay. Same thing. It was just like him and the fucking bass player. And I was like, I caught some weird vibes. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this.
The whole band is you. Surprise.
Right? And then like 3 months later, like I think he had hit me up again. He's like, please, like come back, or like I promise, like I have a whole band. And this time I went in there and there was a whole band. Actually, my keyboard player now was in that funk band.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I met him. And long story short, I sang with them for like 6 months. And our first gig, it was like a week after like I started practicing with them, and they gave me 20 songs. They're like, you got to learn all these fucking songs.
Shit.
And it was like, but it was
that's kind of daunting though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but we got it done. And it was at a burger place on San Mateo in like Candelaria. The Grill.
Oh,
have you ever been to the Grill?
It's not there anymore, is it? Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly where it was.
But like, it was just live music. I don't think we got paid for it, but like, it was just like a burger spot, and I was just like, okay, like we're doing this.
Did you get a burger?
Yeah, we got a free meal.
Oh, you got paid.
We love a free meal. So yeah, so then I was with them for like 3-4 months, and we did a couple of little baby things. We did Inside Out. We did Fusion, and a couple little baby things. Like, I got us like a gig with Bubba's 33 on Tuesdays. So we would do every Tuesday.
Oh,
and it was just cover stuff. And then it just wasn't it for me anymore. But I was scared to kind of lose that momentum that I had going on. So there was this other band and they were looking for a background singer. So I was like, cool. I was like, I don't care what I do. I just want to keep this momentum going because I feel good about it. And I've never felt this good about anything.
Were you the main singer in the funk band?
Yes. Oh. I was the front woman. And then I went to go sing kind of background vocals. And, you know, I ended up kind of like singing half and half. You know, it ended up being me and this other guy singing. But then I just got tired of that. I'm just like, dude, I don't want to fucking sing other people's songs. Like, I've never written music before, but I was like, I'd like to try. And I quit that band and I was just like, I'm just going to force myself to like fucking write music. So then I would go to like open mics and I had like a couple songs that I wrote on guitar and I'd sing those and I just like networked and I met people. And I started collabing with other people. I started kind of writing for other people. And then I started writing for myself. And then I started writing that album, my EP that came out in 2024. Yeah. I started writing that sometime in like September, October. And then I finished that and released it in February 2024. And then it's brought me till now.
What was the process of that? Like, was it who produced it?
Ayo Bud. So at Ayo Bud on Instagram. He's R&B, hip hop producer.
Was it like a Real Deal studio or was it like a home studio?
It was a home studio, but it was a very Real Deal studio.
No,
so he had a 3-bedroom house. He had one separate room that was just completely like soundproofed and like whatever, and he had the next room that was right next to it. So yes, out of a house, but very professional studio.
I see that's and I don't say that like degrading it.
Like, oh no, absolutely, I know that.
Yeah.
But sometimes like you have people because I have recorded some stuff and it was like a home studio where like he had the equipment, but it was just like a house. It was like a room, he slept in the same room, and you had the mic and you had this thing. This one was more set up like a studio,
right? But either way, people like from home can do so much now that's like ridiculous.
There's a famous bathroom over here on Broadway.
Is that right?
Yeah, James Mercer.
Oh yeah.
The light up one?
No. So on Broadway in Cole, there's that used to be a market. There's like a 2-story building. You know what I'm talking about? It's so on Broadway, like between Lead and Cole, there's a building and it says Broadway Market.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
So the Shins, James Mercer, lived upstairs in an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
And he recorded the first Shins album in the bathroom.
Yeah. With
a 4-track. And when that album came out, like Sub Pop Records heard it, and you know, usually when they hear your album and they sign you, they'll bring you in and re-record the record. They were like, this album is perfect. And so the album you hear is the album he recorded in his bathroom over on Lead and Cole, between Lead and Cole on Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
On a 4-track.
No, dude, there's a lot of like people that like do things like that. I think J. Cole had like recorded an album. Like he has like his old house that he like still will go in the room and like record tracks.
You know what I mean? It takes all kinds.
It takes a lot, and I think
the noise you're looking for.
I think it's more about the feeling. Like if you can really transpose like a real emotional, like vulnerable feeling into something, like you're forced to feel it. If it's 100% real and natural to your heart and it really connects. And I feel like that's a hard thing to do because I think sometimes our ego and our mind wants us to do other things because it sounds better, because it seems better. Maybe we should think this way, but like the most vulnerable, like straight to the like punch type of music, like we'll just use Eminem as an example.
Sure.
Like I'm not a big Eminem fan personally.
No,
I like him, I respect him, I have a lot of respect for him. I just don't like sit there and like jam out to Eminem. Like I'm just not gonna blast him, you know, not me personally. But like why people like are so drawn to him is just this real raw emotional like vulnerability. Like he does not like, that is exactly how he feels in that fucking moment, and that's a scary thing to do. Because a lot of his shit is violent and a little psychopathic.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's what makes it great.
But sometimes we are in our mind
exactly
a little psychopathic and violent. Like I saw him in concert like 17 years ago, and I was one of those people. It was like him. Like listen to this lineup. He was the headliner. The openers were Ludacris and Exhibit.
Oh,
like that.
Luda.
And Luda had the Disturbers of the Peace with him. Eminem had D12 with him.
I love D12.
All at the show. All the show. I paid like $50 for this show, right?
Yeah.
So when you see him live, it is apparent why he is like he's. You know, there are certain people when you see them live, you're like, oh, this individual would be working at a gas station, and they would find them because they're just so talented, so like the light shines so much from them, and he is just like he's a performer, like unbelievable. And I was a fan kind of, and then but after I saw him live, I was I was like, this guy's fucking
You were sold. You're all
sold.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Got it. Undeniable. Absolutely undeniable.
Undeniable
Yeah.
is definitely probably the word.
And like, yeah, like when people are, you know, you see people like perform and they're trying to make it, or they're trying to go, the only way you can do that is to be undeniable, you know, like, cause there's so many roadblocks. There's so many things there's so much jealousy, so much politics, that if you're undeniable, then they have no choice but to let you punch through. You know what I mean? And it's crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's good. That was a good example. Eminem is one of those.
Yeah, whether you like him or not,
Right.
like his authenticity is. It's like Kurt Cobain. Like Kurt Cobain was so authentic. Like he was so real. He was so raw. He didn't give a fuck.
Nope.
Like he just wanted to do music. Like he was music. Like for whatever reason,
he wanted to do music, and he wanted to do it his way.
And he didn't care about what anybody else thought about him. But it to the point of where everybody was so obsessed with him because he was so like lawless in what he was, because that's who he was.
Right.
You don't have to understand it, but you feel it.
Yeah. And like people like, okay, like I always hate when people are like, yeah, I don't like the Beatles. And I'm like, okay, but you understand, but you'll ask them, you go, okay, you may not like them, but do you think, what do you think about them as musicians? They're not good. I'm like, then you're wrong. Like,
dude, absolutely. Like how could you could like, you don't have to like them, but you gotta like respect the Beatles, like bare fucking minimum.
Same with Brian Wilson. People will be like, the Beach Boys suck, and I'll be all, but Brian Wilson changed music as we know it. And if it wasn't for Brian Wilson, the bands you probably listen to wouldn't be who they are. And people are like, nah, I don't agree with that. I'm like, well, then you're wrong. Because Brian Wilson was such a goddamn genius that he changed.
Songwriting, Jesus.
Oh, my Lord. Like, yeah. Like, when he took the best musicians out of Juilliard and stumped them, and they were like, I don't know how this will work. And he's like, it works in my head. And then when they played it, it fucking all fit together, and it wove together like a tapestry. What does that tell you? You know? Mm-hmm. And then you know, yeah, I don't know. The time I realized Brian Wilson was a genius, a guy I worked with, I was working at like Domino's Pizza. This guy goes, do you like the Beach Boys? I was like, sure, whatever, man. He's like, check this out. And it was Brian Wilson recording Good Vibrations. And it was like a cut of the demos. And you could hear him on like the studio mic. He's like, yeah, all right, add the drums. And he's like, okay, add the bass guitar. He's like, add the didgeridoo, add the whatever. And he just keeps layering these instruments. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And by the end of it, it's like this cohesive piece of music. And you're like, how in the fuck? Like, that song sounds so simple, but it is absolutely not. And I was like, all right, I'm in. This guy's fucking
You're like,
amazing.
I am a huge fan.
Yeah.
Like I will never
Never not look at Brian Wilson. Yeah.
that.
Because I was like, I've never seen someone interweave music like that and make it seem so flawless and simple. But it's not. And yeah.
Because I think that is it. Like there is a simplicity to music that needs to be had. Like I feel like the more complicated it is, like it's not that it isn't good,
right?
But it's the simplicity, and even just like lyrics, you know, like you can have like this, like I don't know, small sentence that can be so powerful with just like a few simple words, right? But then like the background, the complication of putting it all together and just like making it understood in such a simple way, I feel like is the most beautiful part of it. Because there's so many moving parts to it. And that's like a perfect example of that. Like it sounds so simple like in the recording, but like the amount of complexity that it was to like put it all together is
I
something
feel,
only like certain people understand.
right. And I feel like say if you're up there singing, I feel like a goal for you would be like for someone to be in the audience to go, that I want to do that, you know, and then for them to realize how hard that is, you know, because that's where sometimes people take you for granted because they're just there and they don't even understand what you're doing. So it's that individual that becomes infatuated that goes, I want to do that. And then they try to do it and they're like, oh shit, this is really difficult. It's not as easy as they made it look, you know? And you're one of those people that you get up there and you make it look like it's not hard.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's what I love about, you know, art and performance is sometimes things that look simple are very difficult. But it's the performer that made it look that way. Seamless and simple and innocent and sweet and like, you know, neat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. And behind all of that is the chaos that you did not see.
James
Right?
Brown was like that, right?
Holy
like,
shit, he was, yeah.
There was like this interview with him. He was just like, every single move, every single movement that I do has been orchestrated. And it doesn't seem like that. But he was so dedicated to that art form and like such a hard worker that like he constructed everything.
Yeah.
Like, every little pop, you know, and I would like to be like that one day, you know, to an extent. But like, I always just admired that part of his art, you know?
Well, I mean,
is that everything was attention to detail to
hardest
the
working man in
fullest.
show business, man.
Yeah.
I watched, so he
still to this day, probably.
So Mike Judge made this animated show called Tales from the Tour Bus, where they like literally brought in all like the background people, like the makeup artists, the band members, all that. They interview them and they animated it. So the second season of that show is all like funk, and they did a James Brown one. And then he, like, it's crazy because the funk ones, they all, like, the first season is like outlaw country, and the second season, there's only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The second season, but like but all of the between all of the artists, like, there's a lot of like overflow. But for James Brown, there was quite a bit because you had Bootsy Collins, who was with James Brown, but then he was also with George Clinton. But like James Brown was like, he didn't party. He was hardcore. Like, he might have partied on his own, but he didn't party with like the bands. Like, he was like a businessman. He, like, you're not kidding. It was his job, and he took it very serious. And if you did not take it serious, it was like you were fired. He was very serious about his performance, and like, if he saw someone else coming up, then he worked harder. Like, it was one of those things, you know.
Healthy competition is a good thing. I feel like it pushes you forward.
Yeah.
People are afraid of competition because competition doesn't have to be competition in a matter of like winning or losing. It's just seeing somebody and they're working hard. Like,
yeah,
I can work harder too. You know what I mean? Like, they're at this certain level. Like, I could be on that level too. Like, if I put this much more into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That Bootsy Collins. Bootsy Collins was very young. Like, he was in a, yeah. Because James Brown had a lot of band members. He would fire a lot of people. And yeah, it's an interesting Tales from Tour Bus. He was an interesting dude, and he was pretty curt and to the point. You know, but that's show business. If you're not a business it's show business. If you're not a business person, then, you know, someone will do the business part for you, and sometimes that's not good. So so what was the first like concert you ever paid for? Like, you went to, like, you were like, I want to go to this.
The first concert that I ever paid for, Bob Dylan.
Really? Where was that at?
It was a Sleda. I think I was like 15 or 16.
I was there.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid like $500 a ticket to be like second or third row.
No
I don't
shit.
know. It was like something crazy, but I've always been such a Bob Dylan fan.
Was it the first time he played there, or was it the time he was with, the second time he played there, he was with Willie Nelson and John Mellencamp?
No, he wasn't with Willie Nelson. I forget who he came with. I think I was just like crying the whole time because I was like,
do you like Dylan live?
no.
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 So
I mean, like now, I mean, back in the day, I'm sure he was great, but like, dude, all the cigarettes and all the heroin, all the just
well,
but like, I just love him, so it was just an experience.
So
to be there.
I'm a super fan. I have like 26 vinyl. I have 3 different pieces of artwork in my house that are all Dylan.
It's dumb.
I'm done with it.
It boggles my mind.
So I'm
like that too.
So
though.
I've seen him 3
Dylan.
times, and people are like, "What do you think he is like live?" And I'm like, "Well, he sucks." And they're like, and here's the thing that pisses me off. I think he phones it in. He's been touring so long, he phones it in. Because, like, you'll see him here when he gets up there and he's like, and then, like, a week later, this literally happened. I saw him at Isleta, and then a week later, he's on The Tonight Show, and he sounds great. I'm like, what the fuck? You just don't give it. You're like, fuck it, Albuquerque, I don't give a fuck. You know?
You're forgetting about those tickets you gave away where he just blasted out the.
Yeah, I was going to see him a 4th time, and I was exhausted. And one of our co-hosts, I was like, she'd never seen him. I was like, go check him out. And she goes, yeah, he played a baby grand piano by himself, and it was so badass. I was like, motherfucker.
I just feel like he's just always been king of I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck you. You can like it or not. I'm going to still come out here and fucking perform. If I don't feel good, then I don't fucking feel good. And that's just your luck tonight,
you
bitch.
get what it is, yeah.
Yeah. You get what it is, but I'm the greatest songwriter of all time. You can't deny that of myself.
I can't deny it. In my opinion, I agree with you. You know? I'm 100% with you.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere in here, I have this like a book with every song he's ever like done.
I think I have that same book too.
I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere.
Yeah, such a fan, and I think that's what. Like I said, I didn't really songwrite until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
year and a half ago.
So where does that come from? Like, where do you get the inspiration for that? Like when you write a song.
I think where I kind of had started is like, you know, somebody had reached out to me and they were like, have you ever songwritten? And I was like, no. But I think that there's like, I've always like kind of joked around and like remixed songs and like made little things, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, ooh, we're going to the store because we want some more. Like, you know, I'd always like play around with those things. So I think in a lot of ways that had always helped me because I kind of never sat down and like jotted things down, but like I was always playing with melodies and those types of things.
Yeah.
And taking notes is like the next
step. And then when it came to like songwriting, like this guy was just like gave me speak. He's like, you're gonna write something right now, and it was just like the pressure. And like I wrote this hook. He was like, this is a really good hook, and I was like, you think so? And then you know he showed it to a few other people, and they're like, this is a really good hook, and I was like, okay, like let me see if I can like write a whole thing, you know. And I just kind of sat there, but essentially when I write, it's like when I hear something, I kind of stick to that first initial instinct of how that song made me feel or what was my first thought. You know, did I think about love? Did I think about like life? Did I think about colors? Did I think about, you know, a type of feeling that I had one time? Like, and then I kind of just try to really like stay on to that initial feeling, like that first instinct, I guess. And I just try to follow that all the way through. And it doesn't always work out, you know, like it doesn't always like come out as a full song or like this, that, and the other. But it's important to me to be honest in how I feel about a certain emotion that is being transcribed through the music.
Yeah.
So
as a songwriter, who do you look up to as a you know, inspiration? Dylan?
Bob Dylan, Amy Winehouse.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love.
Courtney Love, come on
take.
now, come on.
Hot take, Courtney Love. Like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. I have such a weird random. You know, Mariah Carey. Like Mariah Carey is like one of the greatest songwriters of all time, for real. Even though she's poppy, and I don't really like pop music like that, but I have so much respect for her because she had so many #1 hits. You know, I look like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. Yeah. Jill Scott. Wow, yeah. Jill Scott's probably like my #1 and Badu, but like Jill Scott,
Baduism.
Yeah, the way that Jill Scott writes in her freedom that she has in her music, you know, to like do poetry and to sing and just sometimes just talk on songs. It's just like it feels like you're really just in her life, and I love that feeling.
Yeah. Erykah Badu is a good one, man. Baduism. That was great.
Miss Badu. That's like the greatest concert I've ever been to. I went to see her in Denver 2 years ago, and that changed my life. It really, truly did. Like, that was an experience that I was like, I didn't even know I could experience.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know she was still touring. Like 2
Yeah, I had
years
no
ago.
idea,
That's awesome.
Yeah, she just came out with an album with The Alchemist.
Oh,
and
shit.
that's a really good album. And she's touring again now. I'm actually going to go to Detroit in November to see her again because my cousin lives out in Detroit.
Oh,
and
no
she
shit.
got us some tickets. So,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I need to
I'm
see.
going to go see that again. Yeah, you need
I
to
might
jump
look
on
into
that
that.
band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
come
that's-
hang out.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was like, I just figured I wouldn't be able to see them live. I'm like, I thought they were done touring.
No.
I got to look into this. All right.
Absolutely. Let me know, man.
I want the Fugees to tour again.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Do you see Arrested Development's going to be here?
When?
This month. This month
for Bands of Enchantment. Are
Yeah.
you going to that?
It's free, I think.
It's free.
Yeah.
Bands and
So
shit.
how does that work? Because I've never done. I know it's like live recorded and
I
all
don't-
of that type of
I don't know
stuff.
if that
So if
one
it's
is.
free, then like, is it just like first come first serve? Because
Yeah.
there can only be like a
They'll
certain
just
amount
give
of
tickets.
people.
I don't know. I can't. I need to look it up.
You need to find that out because I really need to
Yeah.
go to that.
I love Arrested
Felix is going to be there, and we
So-
all love Felix.
Arrested Development was the first CD I ever bought. Like,
Interesting.
you know, jumping from tape to CD, Arrested Development was,
Oh, okay.
was the first CD I got. And so they played here, I don't know, like a long time ago for Summerfest in Nob Hill, and I missed it. But I can't tell if it's like outside on Central or if it's going to be in the Chemo. So I don't know. I'll find out.
I think they usually record it
I
at
would-
the chemo.
I would hope that they would do it in the chemo.
I don't necessarily
just for
know
sound
that they're
purposes,
recording
but-
it. I don't know if it's like it's
Well,
because
the
it's like
performances are usually inside the chemo.
right, but this is like a fest like that they're doing. Like it's gonna be
Oh,
it's
so
gonna be
not like a filming thing
I don't
that
know
they've been doing.
that I could be wrong on.
Okay.
It's gonna be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like it's gonna be a number. So I think maybe you guys are right. They are probably filming it, but it's weird. It's Arrested Development, but like. They're trying to make those like our like what Austin City Limits kind of thing, yeah, which is cool. I like those guys. I like the Bands of Enchantment guys. I have a guitar right there from them, and
Nice.
from oh gosh, Ila Bamba. So
That totally is.
yeah,
I didn't realize that.
yeah, but it's autographed by Ila Bamba. But yeah, we're gonna take a break here in a little bit. Where can people go and check your music out?
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram, serene.amor. I'm also on Apple and Spotify under Serene Amor.
Did you have an album out, right?
Yeah, I do. And I'm working on another one. I have a lot of songs in place, so taking a break from the shows now. This is my off time, but to work on recording and putting all of these other songs that I have in my back pocket, and creating new life with that.
Very
New
cool. Very
experience.
cool.
Yeah. So Serene Amor on everything: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify. All the above.
So yeah, so check all that out. Go listen to it. Just put her album on and listen to it all night, so she gets
Yeah.
money from it.
Yeah, my first album is a story. So if you really listen to it front to back, like
Oh no,
you should
wait. Do you have a CD?
experience, yes, it should. It's a whole
Smiley
love story.
Smiley
so.
refuses to stream. He just
He wants a CD. I'm gonna get you a CD.
he wants a hard copy.
What do you mean
He wants-
refuses to stream?
He wants a hard
I have
copy.
a CD player for a reason. It goes like this. Click. I'm listening to that now.
Yeah,
Okay.
nostalgic.
I have one in my car too. I mean,
Right.
it's where you want to go music.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right. Fair enough. So coming up September for me. This is for me. So unless Smiley, you have something going on?
No, I'm just saving up for the Chicago trip.
That's part of it. September 18th at the El Rey Theater, Duke City Championship Wrestling. We are coming back. Hard reset. We are returning to the El Rey. We've taken some time off. We've rebooted. That doesn't mean we're like starting over. We're just, we took some time off. We're going to be filming live there, so get your tickets. It's a Thursday. I think the show starts at 7. Come out. October, it's the second weekend in October, Smiley. Do you know what that is? I put my phone away and my dog has taken over my lap.
Let me check it out. I believe it's
Chronicon, Chicago, Illinois. We're actually welcome there.
yes, they invite us back. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So 10th through 12th.
Yeah, we're taking the train. We're going to take Amtrak We're leaving that Thursday.
No shit.
Yeah, we're gonna be on a train.
We're gonna film and record different things throughout the day as we go. We're gonna be live on the train. Maybe, who knows? Live on the Amtrak train.
Live on Amtrak. Well, I'm sure we'll do a show.
Yeah, we'll do a show. And we're gonna do Chronicon. People that are gonna be there is Ethan Suppley, Jason Lee,
Jason
London. What's her name? All the Mallrats. Like, it's the 30th anniversary of Mallrats. So what's her name?
With a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she was in Chasing Amy. There's actually, from Chasing Amy, there's going to be everyone but Ben Affleck. Like, they just announced the guy who was Hooper X is going to be there now. I'm like, yes. I'm a big Kevin Smith. Like, yeah. But what is her name? The blonde from Chasing Amy.
I know, it's killing me.
Amy, yeah.
I was hoping someone else would
You have your phone up.
It.
Anyway, she's going to be there. And Kevin Smith and Jason Lee. And then, so we're going to be at El Paso Comic-Con next year.
Joey
also.
Lauren Adams.
So just announced. So Smiley and I will also be returning to El Paso for El Paso Comic-Con. I don't know the dates yet.
Is that confirmed? We're going to be there again?
We are. It's confirmed. Not only are we doing all the panels, we are also doing the cosplay contest. But just announced for El Paso Comic-Con, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
What?
So
cool.
Liddy.
Right? So cool. So it's gonna be like all one big like, and then I'm also doing Santa Fe Comic-Con. I'm gonna be a handler. That's the last weekend, I think, in October. I'm gonna be a handler. I haven't been told who yet, but I think it's Robert Wall, and he's from the first Batman. And he was Arliss from the TV show Arliss.
Oh,
so.
he was on Arliss?
And he's also
Arliss.
in Bull Durham, yeah. So I think I'm going to be his handler. I think I have to sign the NDA. I haven't signed it yet. So,
well, they also haven't given you any information for you not to disclose yet.
Very true. So So all that's coming up. Things are about to get exciting, and then we have October, which is Night of Living Cover Bands. And what are you doing?
I am doing Donna Summers.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's right.
Yes, we're gonna burn that place down. I promise
you
that.
Ready? Are you ready for it?
I've been born ready for this. I wanted to be Donna Summers my whole life, so now this is my one opportunity to be here for one night. So I'm gonna give it everything that I got.
That's pretty badass. I'm excited. Which weekend are you doing?
I am doing the 25th.
Good. We're not gonna miss that one because we're missing the second we're going to be in Chicago.
Yeah. So the weekend before Halloween, I think.
Oh, sick.
So
that's it, dude. That's
that
actually
the best one?
That's kind of a good pocket right there.
Well, not the best one. I don't want to be like, is that the best one? But I was like, is it really?
I
No, it is kind of the best.
Oh,
one.
it'll be right there.
Cool.
So the thing is, like the first weekend
week is
will
like
be packed.
Yeah.
Second weekend kind of will be like, depending on who's playing. And then that third weekend where everybody's like getting into that fucking like
people are starting to get their costumes together finally.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be all costumed out.
Yeah.
And then almost by the last weekend, people are kind of like a little over it a little bit.
That's mainly
I already
us.
have my outfit working out, dude. Like we're paying very, very close attention to detail on this one.
I actually am dressing up this year, and I'm doing Night 11 cover bands. Actually, I'm doing the first night.
You're dressing up this year.
I'm dressing up for the first night of Night 11 cover bands because I am performing.
This guy never dresses up.
Then I'm also got a costume for October.
Okay,
So,
let's go.
I have never met this guy with an actual costume.
I've not.
The whole time I've known
had
this is a new
costumes,
Chris.
but I've had girlfriends that were like, "You're gonna wear this," and I'm like, "Okay." But now I'm ready to go. I've ordered the different components. I'm ready to go. It's gonna happen. So
I'm
Smiley
intrigued.
is very good at Halloween.
I know. I'm like, I pride myself on like fooling my friends.
He showed up as Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I didn't even know who he was. He was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I was like,
No one knew who I was.
That's wild.
How are
I love
you?
that.
So
That's
who's this
super
dude
cool.
hanging out on us? I'm like,
"Yeah."
Excuse me, where's the next party? This
was
guy
like-
keeps this creeper's over here.
People are like, "Who is that?" I was like, and then finally I was like, "Oh, that's Smiley."
That's lit.
Yeah.
I love that. Well,
All
you
right.
might have to help me with my costume a little bit.
I
if
did dress
can't
up.
get it together.
I dressed up last year. I dressed up as one of the people from Idiocracy, and only like 3 people recognized it.
And how long did you think about that weekend?
No, it was quite a chore to get that one down. So
Okay, my bad.
But I fought because I didn't want to own Crocs, so I still don't own Crocs, so I would not wear Crocs.
You had to
so.
rent them?
No, I just
Crocs
wore
are
shoes that were like
lit.
orange-ish, so I didn't want to. Yeah, I
You
wasn't
need
gonna
to
do.
take the bait.
I'm just not gonna do Crocs, guys. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I
I
mean,
have Crocs sandals on right now.
I don't like putting plastic
they're the
things
most
on my.
Those are
comfortable
not
things.
Crocs, though. Those are not what I would consider.
But
no,
like they feel like Crocs. That's the thing.
That's
it's
fine.
the feeling on the
and-
bottom
and-
of your
and that's
foot.
fine. But they don't look like it. They look like normal shoes.
Thank you.
They don't. You don't look. I don't look at you and go, okay.
That's like when I used to wear my footsie toes all around.
No.
Why can I see your toes moving? They're like shoes, but you can see my toes.
Barf.
I don't like it.
Barf.
No one likes it. Put those away, Smiley.
All right. We'll be back here in a little while for the Wavy Hour. I want to thank Serene Amor for being on the show. She'll be here for the Wavy Hour, right?
Sure.
You stay? All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Brody's going to be here. She's going to bark here in a second. Stick around. We'll be back with that.
We are 10 drink minimum.
Oop. Oh my goodness, we're back. It's the Billy/Wavy Hour. And by request from Serene Amor, who is with us today, we are going to do a shot of Malort. We're going to, yeah. What should we toast this to? To Night Living Cover Bands. Let's do Donna Summers, right?
To Donna Summer,
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roller disco.
the rock star of disco.
Oh man. Woo! It's been a little bit for me on that. But I gotta get in gear because we're getting ready for Chicago, so we gotta get in Malort shape, kids. You gotta get in Malort shape before you go to Chicago, you know? Like, hey, are you in you're in shape, but are you in Malort shape, huh? That's what they say to you.
I don't think I'm in Malort shape.
Yeah. Smiley's not. Look at
never.
him. Look at
I
him.
will
Look at him
never.
back there. He's struggling.
I will never be in Malort shape.
So there was a couple things that I wanted to talk about in the Billy/Wavy Hour. So an article came out today. I didn't put it down. Let me see if I can find it.
Ah, yes. What is Albuquerque the king of nowadays?
Number 2.
Oh, no.
Central Avenue is the number 2 most dangerous street in the United States.
Ooh, what's number 1?
I don't know. I have to look that up. Let's see.
Who's beating us?
Yeah.
That's what I want to fucking know. Just kidding.
Let's see. Second. Let me find
If you ain't
this.
first, you're last.
Right? Does that make you mad that we're not first?
Yeah, I'm feeling Ricky Bobby right now.
Let's see.
I want to know this.
Central Avenue named second most. Where's the article? Thanks, Reddit, for just posting that. Let's see if I can find. Okay, KOT. This is KOT.com. Take my glasses off. Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's no denying that Central Avenue has had some difficult years lately. Still being called the second worst road in America is in a new traffic report is a tough.
Traffic
Right,
report.
correct.
Okay.
See, I like how you were like immediately like, yeah, for shootings, for what? The same report said New Mexico had some of the most dangerous roads in the country, but the critical focus on Central Avenue seems unfair until you hear the numbers they cite. According to this publication, Central Avenue has had 16 deadly crashes across 3 miles at a rate of 5 deadly crashes per mile. That same stretch of road also logged 9 pedestrian deaths for a total of 19 deaths from the years 2019 to 2023.
Wow.
Huh. It does not say who has the most dangerous, but we're the second worst.
I can only feel like I may have been involved in this.
Yeah, you killed somebody?
No, I mean I did pin the art project.
Okay. You think the art project is at fault?
Dude, you really are to blame for all of this chaos. that's
Maybe
going on
some.
right now.
I got a little bit.
I'd like to blame Smiley for all that art.
But you
Yeah,
know,
dude,
you
the
know,
art ruined Central, bro.
There was a whole council on that. All right, I was
just
only
kidding.
one part of it.
I know, I'm just kidding. I think like the idea was great, but then when it was really just like
When it got implemented,
out,
I was all,
yeah.
"Wow, this
Yeah.
is mayhem."
Well, I was in Denver last weekend. And Denver has electric buses like we were supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Denver is actually a kind of a cool city. I'd not been to Denver since I was a young lad.
Really?
And it's only like a 7-hour jaunt away.
7 hours.
Yeah.
How slow were you going?
Well, Smiley, you haven't been there in a while. When you hit Colorado Springs,
No, that always happens. There's traffic between Colorado Springs and Denver.
it takes you 2 hours to go from Colorado Springs to Denver.
Depending on what time you show up,
Yeah.
you hit there at traffic hour.
That's why I said 7 hours. But it was 6 hours on the way back.
I mean, I can do it in 4.
When you drive,
Part of why there's issues on Central with freaking traffic, right?
correct. You have
Thanks,
people
Smiley.
like Smiley that are, I'm going to drive 105.
No. All right.
He was just like, I was here for the art project, and I'm here for
Smiley, I
breaking the
drove
laws.
80 miles an hour and I got it in 6. So I don't know how fast you were going.
120.
Fair enough. Well, now we know why we have the second. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I was on a highway.
So do you think Central's that dangerous for traffic, for driving?
I don't know. I feel like I don't really see like that many accidents. I feel like it's more like when you get to Louisiana and Central.
Yeah.
And then there's just like people in the street, and like you're just really like avoiding like hitting somebody in
Right.
the road because
I mean,
like
okay.
everyone's all messed up.
Well, the area you're talking about, which is also the State Fair area,
It is. That is.
it's also known as the International District, but also known as the War Zone.
Yeah.
It's known for having folks that wander out into the road, right?
I like to call them good time people.
I'm not wrong here. So there's a lot of drugs in that area, a lot of fentanyl. I work in that area.
People are partying all day and all night.
What do you think of these? Have you guys seen these? Like, I can't remember what they call them, where the pedestrian can go over and hit the button and it'll turn on a stoplight and stop you. Have you seen these things?
Really?
Yeah, they're on Central. They're up there in the International District, and like the light will flash yellow and then red flashing, and you have to stop and allow the pedestrian to cross.
Oh yeah, they have around the pedestrian walkway.
Yeah,
over there on Gibson.
there's one on Gibson. The one on Gibson drives me crazy because it's the problem I have with it is there's a walkway over a bridge over the top.
Yeah, but they're trying to get rid of that because people keep throwing themselves off of it.
Oh, all right. Well, then I don't have a problem with them getting rid of it. And, okay, fair enough. But or they could enclose it so you can't throw yourself off of it. I don't know.
You know what? That is a good idea. It's a good enclose it.
I don't know. For the cost to tear it down, you could put a cage on the top. I don't know.
And I think they're just going to block it off. I don't think they're tearing it down.
Okay. But like, yeah, so there's these things that they've started putting on Gibson and Central that like if you're a pedestrian, you hit a button and it starts flashing yellow and then it'll stop all traffic. But it's not on all the time. It's only on if you hit the button.
It's a pedestrian right-of-way signal.
Yeah. And some people like hate them. Like I have no issue with it. But here's my problem. I hate it when somebody hits a button and it turns red and we all stop and then they don't go across the street. That's happened like twice to me.
Really?
And then all of a sudden it stops being red and then they cross the street. But I realize that they may or may not be in the right mind. I don't know,
Inebriated.
Yeah, a little bit, but
again, I like to call them good time party people.
yeah, but every city's got to have stuff like that, right? We're not the only ones.
I mean, we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
I just think that like we're such a small town, big city
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like we kind of just feel it a lot more.
Yeah,
And, that area, I grew up in that area.
right.
And I've seen it go from, rough to just extremely bad.
Right.
Well, I work in that area. I go there.
Yeah. So you see
I'm
it, but over time, I feel like you kind of see the chaos that it's like
Right.
become.
He works at the Bird of Paradise liquor store on Gibson.
I sure do.
Do you know this liquor store?
Ooh, no.
Oh, okay.
Sounds birds of a feather.
No.
So it's a place.
Bird of Paradise.
It's a place
Bird of
that
Paradise,
it's a
okay.
place I will go in the daytime. I don't go there at night. It's on Gibson, and what's the cross street?
Valencia.
Yeah. What? Like
The actual cross street, like the
Yeah.
light that we're on, is Valencia.
Well, it's
we're in between San Mateo and San Pedro.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure that's exciting to go to work every day.
Oh, I love it.
I think that
I like how you're saying that very nicely. I bet that's an exciting job,
Well, I've always thought like
like a trauma nurse at UNM.
kind of like I always thought an interesting job would just be like a gas station attendant. Like imagine just seeing, because you see everybody.
Right.
You see every type of person because everybody needs gas at a certain point. Everybody needs to
Yeah.
stop and like whatever. And just like the things that you kind of like see and go through every day is probably same thing like a hospital, right?
Oh, being
Like
a
an
trained
ER.
EMT does help out at my job.
Yeah.
Have you-
I'm a bartender, so I see a lot of different people, a lot
Oh,
of different
yeah.
personalities. That's very exciting. There's certain jobs where I just feel like you.
I
Connected
can,
with
you can, Narcan.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fucking smile.
That's trademark, by the way. Don't take it.
Do you so you bartend? Do you have a lot of issues with like customers like flipping out on you?
Not too much. I mean, I think that there can be. I think it's just a matter of like handling people.
Right.
Like sometimes people just get a little hyped up and you just like need to like joke with them or just ignore them. You know what I mean? I think if you take everything so personally, I think that's when you kind of get into those tiffs with people getting worked up or being too drunk. You know, you just kind of got to learn how to navigate people a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay. I've only had like a couple issues with people when it got to the point where I'm like, I lose my shit, you know, and then I go full burke. And like, I'll throw you out. I don't care. I'll
Yeah, I don't need the bouncer.
Yeah, we don't need the I'm security enough. I will secure this place. Yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
You're about to get dealt with.
Yes.
Yeah.
But nobody gets to see that side of me, and I'm not an angry person. But
I would like to see your manager.
She yelled at us at the break. She's like, I want to talk about this. No, I'm just kidding. She did not.
Yes. Gotta lay the law down sometimes.
Here's the thing that I'm like not understanding. So I get it. It's an election year. They keep posting all these things that are like, crime is way down and homicides are way down, and I'm like, I don't believe any of that. I have issue with that. Like literally within 1 month this year, in 1 month, someone was murdered back here. Like they found him on the sidewalk sitting, shot.
Oh, I remember that one.
And then 2 weeks later, a car crashed into my neighbor's house, and the guy was shot, and he died while he was fleeing wherever. And I'm like, that's all in 1 month for me.
The Uber driver?
And
this is just in your neighborhood.
Oh no, that was this was just no. I'm talking about like no, out in front of my house right there, and then this empty lot right here.
These are things that didn't make the news.
These didn't make the news.
Yeah.
This Uber driver was like national.
That was national news where the guy shot the Uber driver. Yeah, there was that as well. And like I feel like the mayor. I mean, he's running for re-election. So I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like they're kind of like patting it all down. But I don't feel like crime is better. Do you guys feel like crime is better? Do you feel safer at all?
I don't know. The war zone's going down. Maybe they're just distributing it more.
I don't think that it's gotten better at all.
No.
I mean, I think that there's a level of manipulation to words. Like maybe crime has been down in like the past month and a half than it has been, right? So they don't specify.
Yeah,
and that's the power of words, and that's the power of politics, and that's the power of like hoping that people don't do their research.
Cherry picking statistics.
Exactly. And I mean, it's advertising. It's everything. We're just lied to every single day of our lives in so many different ways, and we just got to choose what we believe.
Yeah,
and we can be wrong sometimes, and then we can find out that we're right, and that's just
because I don't
kind
like
of
people are like, why don't you do
the draw.
You should do national politics. I don't want to do national politics. There's a lot of shows out there that do national politics. There's thousands of outlets you can do that, but for me, it's like, what can I affect? And it's like this. It's like my neighborhood, my and it blows my mind, like, how little we care about our own, like, we'll care about the national thing, but we don't care about our local thing. This actually affects you. There's like an election. There's like 8 people running for mayor. And
yeah, this is a hot election.
It is a hot election, but it hasn't
not seen a mayoral election like this since I was a teenager.
Well, I feel like in the same way that we care about like national politics and not about our community is the same way that we don't take care of ourselves, but we're so quick to point out what's wrong with other people.
Absolutely.
Because it's easier to do that because it's not directly affecting you, right?
Well,
you don't have any responsibility towards it, because if it's in your community, you have a responsibility to do something about it.
Right.
And if you're not,
but see, that's also part of it. Like people are like, they also will be like, well, that's so wrong, but it's far away, so it's easy for them to do that. But then they're like, well, here's what you can do locally, and they're like, nah, I don't really want to do that.
I like my day off.
I like my day off. I don't want to actually get up and actually do anything. But like, all you really have to do is vote, you know? Like, I feel like
I have to drive my my Nelflings to go vote. They're like, it's voting day. You could have done this anytime in the last month, but you've decided to, I want to go on the day. Why? Whatever. I will drive you there if you want to stand in line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for this this election, we really need to like focus on who we put in office as the mayor. I don't, and people are like, who do you think should be mayor? I actually don't know yet.
I'll have to take a look at all of them.
And we had a lady on this show who's running for mayor, and I don't know if I want to vote for her. Don't know, because I'm like kind of looking at all of them. All I know is I don't want to vote for the person who's been in office for 8 years and nothing feels safer. Homelessness does not feel like it's gotten any better. I just want somebody who's going to actually like not help out the wealthy of the city. And, you know,
also this town is not known for reoccurring mayors, like two terms.
Yeah.
We've only had 3 other mayors that did that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody, like, here's my thing with politics. Nobody should do 3 terms. Like, you've done your time, get out. That way, like, you don't need to be in and, like, make a living out of being a public official.
Yeah, we're not like a podunk, like, freaking, like, 1900s, like, town here. The mayor is mayor for life.
That guy's always the mayor.
And then his son's going to be mayor after that.
Patty Johnson's the mayor all the time, and he walks around, he's like in his mayoral suit, you know? No, we need, you know, I don't know.
But I also think that, like, it just takes time to change these things. So it's like, even like we get another mayor, like, to undo things and to change things in a 4-year period is such a difficult thing to do.
Right.
And I feel like that's where it gets difficult when it comes to politics, because to undo things that have happened that, you know, turned out to be negative takes just as much time as it, or takes more time than it was to like completely demolish it.
But like 8 years, he's done 8 years. In 8 years to me, like he did a state of the Albuquerque address and he's like, we're about to turn the corner on crime. I was like, in 8 years, we're about to turn the corner? Like 8 years to me, like,
is it going to get worse?
We can't turn the corner on crime until we fix the drug problem.
Fucking A.
And like, how do we fix the drug problem? Like, we can create like homeless shelters. We can give people options to go to rehab. We can give that. But like, people have to want to care about themselves. Like, they have to want to do it. And like, that's the never ending tale of drug addicts and that whole scenario. So how do you do that?
Well,
that's a hard thing to do, because you can tell people, hey, like, you have to stay in this place. Hey, you have to check in 3 times a week. But like, people will rather live on the street than and do what they want to do than to follow rules and be in this place. So you can offer that. And I think we need to offer that. I think it's very important to offer that. So I'm not saying don't offer that.
Right. I'm going to be doing it.
But how do you get the people to be like, hey, you matter. Hey, like, you impact the world. Like, it doesn't matter what you've gone through and this, that, and the other. Like, you still have life left and there's still so much love and light in you. We just have to refine it and care about that.
You have to take off some of those restrictions. That's all.
Well, and the other issues, too, is you have this whole scandal with the DUIs where the cops were taking bribes so that people could get off. And then you had the...
Which, like, everyone knew.
Right. And then you had the police chief who was in a hit and run.
Oh, I didn't even...
Oh, yeah. And then now there's been a couple other ones. What was the other one I saw? A retired one got arrested for transporting drugs, and he's like, yeah, I learned how to do it when I was a police officer. I learned how to circumvent the system. And I'm like, man, yeah. So to me, it's like, I'm cool with someone new. At this point, I'm like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have no other choice. Like, why not try somebody new?
Yeah.
Because the same thing that we've been doing hasn't really been helping. I think it's been making it worse. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just like how life is going, or maybe it does have to do with like the policies. Like, who's to really know?
It's hard.
We only know what we see and the progression of like how things have been.
It's easy to go look back and say, well, yeah, we should have done that differently because it's hindsight. But it's like when you're in the middle of things, it's really difficult. But like, I was on the Instagram, the Foo's Gone Wild. Do you know that one? Yeah.
All of these things.
And so they were posting about Albuquerque, and they were like, it was the homicide statistics are down, and I was like, not in my neighborhood. 2 people have been killed in like less than a month, and someone literally goes, what neighborhood do you live in? And I said, Burrellis. And they go, oh, well, that's a horrible neighborhood. And I was like, I don't agree with that at all. Like, I live by the zoo. I live by the park. There's parks.
This is one of the nicer neighborhoods.
Yeah. I don't live, and then the Albuquerque Food's Gone Wild answered, and they go, well, you're right. Only 2 in a month. It used to be weekly, and I was like, fair enough. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Someone says Duke City Warrior says, I feel like crime has been worse, and not just in this state. I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. I mean, we're on a downswing economically as the United States, so I don't know. People are poor, crime goes up. I mean, that's just how it is.
That's just how it is because people have to survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world. And, like, when you're faced with those things, like, you end up choosing yourself. Yeah. And that
I'm always poor, so this is just normal. Everyone else fluctuates. I'm like, I'm always like this. This is always how it's been. You guys have some problems. This is normal.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is we have an election coming up. Think about it, folks. Do you feel like we're better off after 8 years? Or if we are, then vote for, vote however you feel. But go out and vote. Let's
also, like, take a chance.
Yeah.
We got 8 candidates.
That's
like a candy dish.
Yeah.
Feel free to, like, browse around.
Yeah.
I like that because, like, the last time there was an election, we only had like 3 choices, and it was like,
no, definitely no. I guess we'll go with this.
And then and then you don't want that. You want to be like, oh, nice. You always want a good choice. So let me ask you this question: where's your dream gig in Albuquerque? Place you've never played.
I feel like I've gotten to play all the places I've essentially wanted to play. I haven't played Sister Bar yet.
Oh, really?
Sister Bar would be a great place to play. Yeah, because I feel like people go there for music.
Oh,
and,
totally. Like, you talk about sound-wise.
It's a cool vibe. Yeah.
I like the sound. I like the sound before the wall, because the wall is controversial. You talk about controversial.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the wall?
I don't know. I like the wall. I think I like the open space a little bit better.
Right.
But then, I mean, I feel like it creates a space where people, like, if they don't want to be directly involved in the whole music thing, they could have a separation from that.
I agree with you. And here was my thing. I was like, why didn't they do a thing where they could have done, like, the shutter doors?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Not so much a garage door. Because garage doors are not thick enough to really hold the sound. But, like, they have those ones that, like, they're like accordion style.
Yeah.
Like at a convention center?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I feel like they could have done that because, like, for my thing with Sister Bar, there's a bar for people who don't live in New Mexico. There's a bar downtown, Sister Bar. Very great place for music. Very cool vibes. Very hipstery. Cool bartenders. But, like, my thing is if you're having a show and you want to segregate the crowd, because the big thing is they built a wall down the middle of the room. And it's very controversial in the scene. Like, people are like one way or the other. Most people on the side of don't like it. And
I'm not a fan.
Because people they don't like change.
Well, now, no, I want to see who's on the dance floor. I don't want to walk in there like, oh, this is someone I didn't want to see. Wish there hadn't been this freaking wall here.
Exactly. So here's my opinion. Like, I get it from the venue's perspective. They could have a show and then have people come in to the bar and drink that aren't that aren't necessarily there to see the show. They can make money besides. I get that.
It has a distaste of tourism on my mouth.
A little bit of that. But here's what I would have done. I would have done the accordion doors. Because if you have a show, shut the doors, make it to where they lock so people can't open them. Cool. Blocks off between. And then if you have a DJ where you're doing like leftover soul, pull the doors open. That way the whole place is getting leftover soul. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I was like, because that's like, I could give a shit about it when there's a show happening. But like for me, it's like when you go there for like, a DJ and it's like a cool dance night. I don't like having a separate sweaty room because it also gets sweaty in there.
And like, I don't want to like it's.
Yeah. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I've only been to one. I went to a Sinister Surfer show.
Oh, nice.
Probably like 6 months ago. There. That was the first time I had seen it. One, I don't go out much, and like me doing my music is me going out. So before I even started doing music, like that's when I kind of started realizing
she's out
like
all the time,
that.
Out all the time.
Oh,
I see her in public all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So you like Sinister Surfer?
Yeah, I love.
They're doing the
Sinister
Doors
Surfer.
at Night Living Cover Bands.
They'll do good with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You should be there for that set. It's very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea why, but I'm not going to say it out loud. So, I am picking up what you're.
I'm just saying.
there,
I'm just
Chris.
saying. I'm just
Okay.
the kids.
All
The kids are into that band. Yeah.
I know. I wonder when they're playing. If they're playing
The first night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
First night. You know.
Yeah. Someone
Sauce.
knows exactly when it is.
Yeah, for some reason. For
Weird.
some odd
Weird.
reason.
You guys should go
You're just
check that,
super into it.
check that band out.
Super fan.
Yeah, we love Sinister Surfer.
They're good, yeah.
We have a lot of great, amazing musicians out here.
Dude,
so
okay.
I mean,
Here's what I love about Albuquerque. We're so spoiled with how great our music scene is.
It is
That
true.
you go to another city to visit and you're like, well, I would like to go see some local bands. It's like you're like, why can't I find this? Like I was in San Diego. San Diego is like 4 million people. And I would like look online. I was like looking for venues. And then I was like in a place. I went to a couple different places and I was like drinking. I was like, hey, where do I see live music, local live music? House of Blues. I'm like, no, like local bands, like little. Finally, like after really digging, I found like a pocket of like San Diego where there was like, but it was like the hipster Mexican neighborhood in San Diego, and
AKA the best one.
right. And it was crazy because I went, it was like indie rock, but like every band had an accordion. I was like, fuck yeah.
yeah.
It was so dope, but it was like, that's what I want to go see. I don't want to go fucking sit in a House of Blues with like a couple and the dudes wearing Crocs. And
that, yeah, that's what I was talking about. That is downtown San Diego. You're right there in the tourist trap.
I was.
You're not getting any originality.
Right.
Like, if anything, like, I guess actually
but you
the way I dress would be fine now.
Right. But Albuquerque, Night Living cover bands, we have 122 local non-cover bands.
Showcase of local talent.
Right. Like these are not bands that do covers normally. These are bands that do original content.
They learned these songs just for you.
Like that's really not heard of, right?
Yeah. And I think Albuquerque is just a hard town to just do music in, just in general, because it's hard to get people out.
Well, it is.
And it's hard because Albuquerque is such a small little town, right? So if something big is going on, everybody's there.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It doesn't matter what else is going on. It doesn't matter if it's like your daughter's fucking concert. They're like, sorry, it's Summerfest. Like, the whole town is there, and like, we're just going to do that.
And you'll go on social media, and this person's posting about it. This person's posting about it. That person's posting about it. And you're like, well, I guess everybody's at the Isleta Amphitheater right now watching whatever band.
Well, you see it like just anywhere. Like you go and there's like a big concert going on. There's like nobody in restaurants, and you're just like, where is everybody? And you're like, oh yeah, it's Tim McGraw tonight. Like that's where like the whole world is.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And so when it comes to local music, like I just feel like it's hard to get people out and like create a crowd. Like
this summer was rough.
How like
People
okay,
are
like Sinister Surfer definitely deserves like since we're on the topic of that, like 50 plus people at every one of their shows.
Yeah.
You know, I've only been to one or two, you know, I mean, maybe they pull
First
in
of all,
with,
how
like, amount of
dare
people,
you? I'm just kidding.
Right? But like to get that consistently every single time is like, I feel like a very hard thing to do.
I'm as
If it's not like spaced out, excuse me, sorry, don't mean to interrupt
go ahead.
But like not if it's not spaced out. But if you're doing like 2-3 shows a month, getting like 40-50 people like minimum at like a show is a very difficult thing to do. So you kind of, I don't want to say pick and choose, but there's a little bit of that where you're like, hey, this is a really important show. Like this has a lot of space. Like the sound system's good. Like please be here. These other shows that I'm doing in between, like I would like you to be here, but this one might be more important. Like please like show up.
Well,
you know?
I think a lot of it too is like bands. Well, and I know I'm not the only one who says this. They will create band fatigue sometimes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like you have to space out your shows. You can't do a show Friday here and then like 2 miles over do a show the next day. And
hey guys,
and then
tomorrow we'll be playing next door.
Yeah, well, in venue, like there's an unwritten rule, and I learned this from being around my friends who are all musicians. There's an unwritten rule that bookers really hate it, especially if your gig is paid if one day or 2 days later you're like also in town doing a free show, like they fucking hate that. And it makes them mad because why would someone pay to go to their venue to watch you when they can wait 2 days and go watch you for free?
That makes sense.
And a lot of people don't get that. And
I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. I would definitely go to the free show.
right. I'll wait 2 days and go watch them for free where I can sit and drink beer at a brewery, you know? Now, if you do a show that's paid and then 2 weeks later you do the free show, different deal. Different deal.
You're on a different pay schedule at that point.
Yeah. Right. But like the I want to say this because I've actually talked to a lot of people. This summer has been very bad for like downtown. I've been talking to the bookers. I've been talking to the owners of the venues. It's been down across the board. No one is drawing. It has nothing to do with like artists or musicians or talent. It's just the economy is crap. It's garbage. And it sucks. It's like I've gone to Launchpad and I've watched like great bands and there's like 10 people there and it's like, fuck. Ugh.
Yeah,
Tough.
that's what's like sad because I feel like too, like I feel like Santa Fe, I feel like a lot more people. I think it's maybe just because these people aren't from here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more people that are willing to sit and like listen or like go out to do that because that's such a smaller town and they're just like looking for fucking something to do.
Yeah,
No, okay.
Right, and they kind of join together and they'll listen to you, right? And
Santa Fe's
they're like an up and
weird.
comer now. Like they're like almost like have a scene.
Yeah. So here's where I figured that out. Like I went up there. There's like Turtle Mountain, right? Not Turtle Mountain. What's the brewery there? No. What is the brewery that?
It's not Santa Fe. What are you talking
not
about?
Santa Fe.
No. There's a brewery that has a really good stage. Oh gosh.
it's not the Lens.
No.
It's not for with Mama Manana, is it?
Mm-mm. There's a brewery there that has a really good stage, and like I saw the Heartless Bastards there.
Oh, is it?
Fuck.
It's not Tumbleroot, is it?
Tumbleroot.
Okay.
So Tumbleroot, right? So I go up there to go watch the Heartless Bastards at Tumbleroot, right? Heartless Bastards, this is like my 6th time to see them. Every time I've gone to see them, I've seen them at Launchpad, I've seen them at the El Rey, I've seen them at the Sunshine, and like they sell tickets. So I go over to Tumbleroot to go watch them, and like that room is packed, and it's a pretty good sized room. And like it's like $35, $45 a ticket. I can't remember. It's right in there, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a good amount of money. This is the difference between Santa Fe and Albuquerque. If a band comes to Albuquerque that's kind of known, but Albuquerque people don't know it, they will not go. Mm-hmm. They won't pay $5. They won't pay $5. They will not pay $10. So I'm in Santa Fe.
Sometimes 7 can throw you for a loop.
Yeah, so I'm in Santa Fe to watch Heartless Bastards. It's packed. And 4 different times, people were like, do you know what kind of music this band plays? And I'm like, what the fuck? You paid $35. You have no idea who they are. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, so I talk about it on the podcast. Barney hears it. He goes up there to do a show for Joe Anderson. And he's like, dude, you're not kidding. So many people bought tickets at the door and they were like, what's the band like? And I'm like, and part of me is like, that's amazing. And part of me is like, what the fuck, you know?
I think we just like to party. Like, I feel like we like to party. We like cover bands, right? Like I do covers, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I only really just do covers to supplement. Like, hey, like if they say, hey, do a 3-hour gig, I'm like, I have an hour of original music, so I'm gonna pick some songs that inspire me, right? Like,
do you do a lot of covers?
It just depends on the gig.
Yeah.
So, like for State Fair, it was an 1.5-hour set.
That's a long set.
I did, and I did 2 of those back to back.
Wow.
So I did an 1.5 on the
You
Chevron
did 3
Pavilion,
hours.
and then I ended at 5. Then right at 5, we went to the Speakeasy, and then I did another 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Did you do the same set or did you switch it up?
No, I switched it up.
Nice,
So we do like I have like probably like 40 songs that we do that we know, like me and the band, right? 10 of them are like my originals, and then the other 30 are like covers. And we don't obviously do all of those every single time. We do about, for like a 2-3 hour set, it's anywhere from 20 to 30, right? Depending on how we do it. Yeah. And I not to be like I'm used to this, but I was doing cover band stuff before I started writing my own music.
Sure.
So that's kind of
I feel
how
like
it
that's
is.
kind of how it goes.
Right. So I don't mind doing covers, but I want to just do my original music. But I also know that there's an element of like mixing those up in between and be like, hey, this is my original song.
Well,
and I do get people and they're like, hey, I like that. You know, and I also like these other things you do. So it's a little bit of like give and take when it comes to those.
Sure.
But ideally, I just want to do my originals. So when I can just do a fucking hour of my originals, perfect.
I mean, it's a little P.T. Barnum. It's P.T. Barnum.
Yeah.
It is. It's a little bit of, here's something you know. And you go, oh, I like that. I like something I know. And then they go, and you go, here's something you don't know. And they go, oh, I'll listen because you did that thing that I liked. It's a little P.T. Barnum.
Or enough to be like, hey, that song is interesting. Like, what is that song? It's like, hey, that's my original. You're like, oh. Because you were playing these covers, I didn't recognize that one, but I really like that one.
Or they'll be all, have you ever had that where people come up, they go, that one song you did like last, who sang that? Who's that from?
Yeah, I've had that a couple times, and that's a really cool feeling. Like that's a really cool feeling when you get that, or they're you know, they connect with it, and you see people connect with it, and you're like, okay,
right.
Like, you know, it's hard to be up there and like really and take that, but like you can see when people are looking at you. You can tell when people are paying attention to you.
The worst feeling has to be though when you're like doing a gig and you're just kind of background music.
And that happens a lot too.
It does, yeah.
But you know, somebody told me something the other day. They're like, I think I was stressing about the State Fair gig. I was like, you know, and I would just like sit there and like rewrite the set list, or I would go in and like just detail like maybe I shouldn't sing this like this, like, you know, almost to the point, I don't want to say make myself crazy, but I think sometimes I get so involved that like I'll just be, I don't want to say wasting time, but just re-going over. And they're like, you know, if you do 3 out of these 20 songs right, like people aren't even going to remember that because they're not even listening. Nope. You care because you love music and you're an artist.
Correct.
But how many people are really in the audience like that? I was like, you're right. But that doesn't mean that I'm just like, hey, like let me slack off and like let me not care. Like I still want to care because I'm like, no, like for me, for what it means to me, I want every song to be like this.
Yeah.
Even if nobody gives a fuck, I give a fuck.
Well, that's just being an entertainer.
Yes,
but
there is an element of like letting go of that, like, I don't want to say responsibility, but the anxiety behind that feeling of absolute fucking perfection and like everybody's gonna listen to every little tiny little thing that goes wrong. Not really gonna happen.
When you find that, let me know because that's always what I think.
But I think you should never let that go, and I'll tell you why. I'll say this. So whenever people go, hey, I want to be a podcaster. What do you think is important? I'll go audio quality, and they'll go, what do you mean? I go, you could do 100 episodes, right? And you could have 5 fucking stars on whatever fucking review site. If I go to listen, and I listen to episode 101, and there's a hum, and it's annoying, 5 minutes in, I go, click, and I never listen again.
Yeah.
You have 100 other episodes that are like 5-star. But I listened to that one that was fucking annoying, and I'm done.
We're producing a product.
Yeah, and so there are whole episodes of this show where we did 2 hours, and they've never seen the light of day because there was issues with audio, and I was like, I'm not putting that out there. That's professionalism. So never lose that, like, because here's the thing, when you're performing. I had a person a couple years ago do Night of Living cover bands, and I went to go watch, and they were terrible. They would stop singing to pick up their cell phone, to read the lyrics, put it down, sing those lyrics, stop, pick up the cell phone again, read the lyrics. And I was like, this is awful. Well, then they hit me up, and they're like, I want to be on your show. And I was like, So I kind of ignored it for a while, and they would write like these huge paragraphs. Why they should be on. And in my opinion, is like, if you put the effort to write all these paragraphs in, why didn't you put the effort in to like learn the material and do the actual thing? So then finally, after a while, I was like, look, I've seen you, and I did not like it. And they're like, well, when did you see me? And they were like, I said this event. And they're like, well, I was sick. My bass player was sick and they had to cancel. And so I had to go up and I had to do the best I could. And I was like, well, you should have canceled if it was that bad. And they were like, you shouldn't judge me on that one performance. And I was like,
but that's the only time I've
but
seen
that's
you.
how it works. If somebody walks in and you're playing and they go, and then they see your name on a flyer, they're not going to show up again. Right?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a level to that. And there's definitely things like you're going to have bad gigs. Like everybody has bad days. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
but if you phone it in.
I mean, but if that becomes like a norm, like, you know, like we all have bad days, like you let a bad day happen to you like a couple times a month or one time a month.
But it shouldn't be.
But if every day is a bad day, or if every day is just like not like you're not prepared, then yes, that has something to
if you're not prepared, like
you a little bit, and just work harder or just stay at that. That's fine too. You can also do that.
Right.
But I mean, it's really just ultimately up to you. And
but
where you want to be
is,
or what it's important to you in your heart.
Like there's a bad day, where you cannot, it's not your fault. But there's a bad day where you're ill prepared. And so for you to say, hey, I went in with, I want to do every song as perfect as I can, I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that attitude. It's, when someone's like, well, you only have to do 3 well. I get that, but I'm not going to try for that. I'm going to try to do 100%.
Yeah, no, every single time you want 100%. But what the thing is just like that pressure and the anxiety of being like so worked up about it, right? Or worried about it. It's just like, like you can only do what you can do. And like, you're really at the liability of just like the situation at hand.
How do you deal with that stress, like that pressure?
So I feel like I stress myself out a lot up until like the day of the gig.
Okay.
And then it's like the day of the gig, I'm just like, hey, like I just kind of try to like get in a good mindset of
That's how I am.
of good mindset of just like, hey, like, what am I doing this for?
Yeah.
Like, because I love to do it.
Yeah.
Like, why do I love to perform? Because I feel like at home on stage, it just feels like in a weird way, that's where I belong.
Right.
Like, I feel the most like myself. So, and then I just have to channel that energy into that and to be like, I have to just leave everything that I have on the floor. And if it turns out good, it turns out good. If it's not the best, then it's just, wasn't the best that day. If my voice is a little rough, like allergy season, like, even like State Fair, like, the first set was great. And I think the second set at the Speakeasy was great too. But there's a couple moments where it was like my voice, like I could feel it. And for singing 3 hours and like your voice not being strong, like I said, dude, like, the past 2 weeks, I've just been battling these allergies like crazy.
Oh, it's some shit, isn't
so,
it?
like, there's moments like that where
trees.
I'm just like, but I listen back to some of the audio and I'm like, well, like, if somebody's paying attention, they could hear it,
They could.
And there's an element of there's going to be people that are gonna be like, oh, yeah, that sounded like shit. And there's always going to be that.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like people that like get like literally you don't even know the lyrics.
No, dude, and
you're doing a legend. You're doing a legend.
There is a lot of people like that, and sometimes like just in general, it doesn't have to do with music, just in life. Like right? Like you can be talented, right? But like talent doesn't fucking matter. Like it's all about your hard work. Because your talent is there. The talent will help you. Like you're already here if you have talent.
Yeah.
But if you fucking work hard, you'll be like through the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes people just rely on their talent and they're just like, they're okay with that. They're just like, hey, like I'll figure it out on the wing. And there's a beauty to like doing that as well. Mm-hmm. But you can't rely on just like showing up and being like, hey, I'm going to figure it out. Like, I'm going to wing it.
No.
No. And until, like, I always say this too, I'm like, until I can get fucking really, really, really paid to like do music and like pay my musicians so we could practice like 3-4 times a week, that's going to be different. Right now, like we practice once a week, like 3 hours.
Which is pretty good.
We get along,
damn,
consistently. You know what I mean? But like, fuck, dude, like if I had somebody funneling me even like $1,000 a month, I'd be like, hey, I can pay you for practices, so let's do another fucking practice a week easily, or 3, you know what I mean? And let's like really, really grind this out. Like I wouldn't mind doing that. But then there's people that are just like, hey, like this person's fucking me money because I'm like the shit, so like I'll practice or like whatever, but like I'm not gonna put all of this effort. And some people get away with that, dude.
Oh, they do.
Some people do get away with that, and I mean, to each their own. I mean, I feel like whatever people feel in their heart, that's their life. That's their reality.
So
my reality is just a little bit different, and I like to do things a little differently.
do you get stage fright at all?
No.
No.
It's weird. It's like I get the pressure right before I get on stage, and I feel like I wouldn't say that I'm shy, but I'm not a very like vulnerable person unless I'm on stage. And the pressure of that like makes me feel even more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But like when I'm like off of the stage and like people are like, come up to me, talk to me, I don't mind it. But like getting deep with somebody on a personal level, like on a one-on-one, is a lot harder.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yes.
Some people don't understand.
I understand that 100%.
Why
Yes.
you could just be on stage and be like, ooh.
That's
and do
exactly how
this.
I am. That's exactly how I am.
But like on a one-to-one basis, like in a relationship or whatever, and you want to know the deepest dark stuff, I'm like, this is kind of weird.
When you met me, I'm in the fucking green room. I'm like, was I talking?
Yeah, no,
No?
I don't even know how we sparked it. I think I was just like, I was like, I know you from somewhere.
Right.
I was like, have we met? Because you meet,
yeah.
then obviously in this industry, you meet so many people, and like, you don't want to be a dick,
No.
dude, or
No.
like whatever. And you're like, I know I met you. But sometimes it is like you meet so
Right.
many people, and then also I bartend, so
I'm
I
like-
deal with a lot
yeah.
of people all the fucking time anyway. So I'm like, I don't know where I know you from. Do I know you from a bar? Do I know you from music? Do I know you from something else? Like, where the fuck do I know you from? If we haven't talked for more than like 5 minutes or like
But
something like that, like sometimes it's hard to like.
I'm in the green room and I'm quiet because I'm like, number one, there's two things. Number one, like one-on-one is not my thing. Not good at it. On stage with an audience, that's where I'm in my element 100%. 100%. You want to put me in a crowd, you want to put me in the spotlight in front of everybody, done. You want to put me like one-on-one with somebody, I'm like, ugh. But
whereas they will lose me because I've just met a random person and I'm in a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Where the hell did Smiley go? He's way over there talking to some person.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's real interesting how
I'm on the
that
other side of
kind
that
Yeah.
coin.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the stage presence, and when we're off stage, I'm like talking to like the janitor. All no way, really.
Yeah, well then that creates like such a good duo though for you
Yeah.
guys. You know what I mean?
It's-
Like
it-
you kind
it
of
is.
feed off of each other's strengths.
It's interesting that way.
Yeah.
But like, it's so weird because people will come up to me and like, and I do it. So the thing too is because I do this, I'm able to do pro wrestling. I'm able to do like an MC at like a event. I'm able to do like panels at like a Comic-Con, and they're all different. Like everybody's like, well, they're kind of the same. They're not. They're not the same. They're all different. Like everything's different. Like the wrestling thing. Like I was a performer. I was like in the ring. I was like doing, like, what blew my mind is like, from the get go, they trusted me enough. They were like, you're gonna go out with this performer, and like you can talk about whatever you want, but we need you to hit these like 3 points, and that was it. Like there was no like people were like, is it scripted? I'm like, well, it's not scripted like a play, but like they're like, hit this, and this.
You got bullet points.
Bullet points.
Make sure you hit this and this.
Yeah. And like you're out there in a ring, and like you think music fans are rough. Wrestling fans are the roughest.
I could see that.
Immediately they will tell you how fucking shitty you are right away. But immediately they will also tell you how awesome you are. It's like this weird extreme. And the most fun stuff I've ever done is in a wrestling ring. And then I do the cabaret show. And that's a whole different thing where I'm like judging in front of I'm in the front and I'm telling people, I'm judging other people on how they do, but I'm also being judged at how I'm judging. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, did I just say something very funny and witty and smart? And, if not, then, well, I don't know why he does this.
I think we're all in this, like, like everybody's judging us at like any given time.
Constantly,
I just think
right?
that like sometimes when you're more out in the open, you're more vulnerable to that.
Oh, fucking A.
Before I started doing music, I feel like I just never had like any problems, or I never had any issues. And not that I have issues with anybody now.
But it's a good problem.
But I feel like there's some people that just automatically don't like me for like no reason. Right? And
Brody.
like,
Brody's one of them.
Dude.
Immediately she hates you.
Yeah.
The dog is literally sleeping next to you.
She loves
People
me.
who are fans of the show
I'm
know
impressed.
that's crazy, yeah.
You see this, guys?
The dog is literally sleeping.
I'm pretty
But
sure. I got her.
so,
her down.
here's the thing, though.
The hater love thing, and I think that a lot of it has to do with sometimes people don't know what you put into it, and they're like, hey, this girl, somebody came out of nowhere, and like, why are they here, right? And you don't know, and you don't have to know. Like, we're not supposed to like know everything, but like, you got to experience it.
But people are gonna hate you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if they don't hate you, you're not doing well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say people hate me
No,
or
no,
like
no.
that. Type
Oh,
of
I'm
thing.
sure there are.
But there is like I feel that a lot more
Yeah.
in like my life since I've been doing music, or
Yeah.
like sometimes people will question me or like
It's a competitive.
I've had people that like, how do you get these shows? I was like, dude, I haven't booked a show. I was like, all of these shows, I was like, I've been fortunate enough, like people just offer them to me.
And then people will
Or
say
like-
things. And,
Or yeah, they'll say things, right? And like, but I also like talk to people and I network, like, you know,
Yes.
I don't
Networking.
I don't sit here and be like, hey, like hire my bands. Like I just like, hey, like I do this, like, you know, blah blah blah. Like here's some videos, and like if you like it, if you ever like are interested, like, you know, let me know. And it's never like a pushy thing. And then you know, some people will hit me up and be like, hey, like I thought about you for this certain thing, like yada yada yada. And I also took like all these stupid opportunities, like not stupid, I shouldn't say stupid opportunities, but I'm saying like all these random things. I was like doing these weird open mics. I remember my first solo show that I did, like was I forget what it's called, but it was right next to Chiba Hut, and it's closed now.
yeah.
Right, and they used to do open mics. It was like a Friday night, dude, and I was
Yeah.
like, cool. I was like, all I have is these tracks. I don't have a band. Like I'll sing like 4 songs. I have 20 minutes of music. Like fuck it. There was 2 people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to
And
pay
you
those
do-
dues.
And you do that, like,
Yeah.
right? But like people think that you don't do that.
Right.
Like, no, those things have to happen.
Well, as a performer, like
Is it Arby's?
Yeah, like I was performing at Arby's with my curly fries, like dipping it in
No.
the fucking nacho cheese and just like,
God,
No,
Kim,
no,
it's
the,
you know,
funny.
no,
no,
I'm
the
just
place,
kidding.
the place next to.
It was not Arby's.
It was
It wasn't
Arby
Arby's.
Winnings. Arby's.
Oh, winnings.
It wasn't Winnings either. It like they had turned it into like a
Yeah.
little bar. I don't
Yeah.
know. It wasn't there for very long, and it was a cool
Oh, it
little
was the place after
spot.
Arby's.
Yeah, it was a cool little spot. But
So, as a professional, I've learned 2 lessons. It was like networking is the most important thing. And then the other lesson was say yes to things that you deserve until it's time to say no. And like when I say the no thing, like, you know, say like, because like so many times people are like, hey, what do you think about doing this thing? And you're so self-conscious about like how untalented you are, you'll say no. And so like I didn't learn to do well until I was like, well, wait a minute, if they're asking me to do it, then they think I'm good enough. Yes, I'll do that. And when I started saying yes to things that I may or may not have been, you know what I mean?
that's a good point, because there was a lot of times where I should do this. They're like, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think
right,
that you were capable.
right.
But like you have to line your capabilities and what you understand in
Yes.
your reality.
In your mind.
Because yeah, that is a big fucking part of it.
And then once you realize like, okay, yes, I'm good enough, then they'll ask you to do these things, and you're like, well, I don't know if I can, but I'm going to say yes anyway, and then I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah, either you fail or you fucking
Yes,
win, dude.
yes.
And if you fail, then that's just a fucking
Well-
like you know not to do that, or like you
Right.
know what I mean, or it's just like you're not failing if you put your all into it
Right.
and fall short.
Well,
but if
then-
you're putting your fucking all into it, then you leave it all on the table.
Well, then
dude.
you learn that lesson,
yeah.
and then life goes on, and you elevate yourself, and then you have to learn how to say no when there's things that are like down, not below you per se, but like aren't really going to do anything for you, except take up your time.
It's
And
the time thing. It's time is
it's
very
really
precious.
time.
Yeah.
Time and effort. Time plus effort. And then you're like, well, this is doing nothing for me except for it's helping these people. And I know this sounds fucked up. It's helping these people. It's helping us none. And then it's giving us nothing. No money, no DAP or whatever you want to call it. So
we
then
never get money.
I know. So then there's where you have to be like, yeah, we're really not going to drive 2 hour. Like we've been asked to do shows like Las Cruces, and I'm like, I don't know what that's going to be like. I'm not going to drive 3 hours to not get paid, and you know what I mean. You have to say no to,
at a certain point.
yeah, and that's, you know, are you hungry enough? Or are you but are you yeah, it depends on where you are, but yeah, you have to learn how to say no to things. It's weird. It's a weird thing, and like I came to the realization of it probably not too long ago that I was like, oh, there's some things I probably should say no to, that like
You just gotta weigh your
Yeah.
options out on situations and
Yeah.
be honest with yourself if you're
Yeah.
capable of doing that, or like if it is worth your time, because
right.
we
'Cause
all have lives.
you juggle a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, like I work, I'm a mom, I do
Serial
music,
killer, you
I
kill people on the
write.
side,
That's
I'm
very
I'm also a
time-consuming.
cult leader.
cult leader,
Now that seems like something that would
drives a
take
monster
up
truck.
most of your
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
A
So-
cult leader seems like it would help out a little bit. She sings. Oh, and she's a cult leader as well. People will be like, oh,
I mean, I think you want more grass, you want to get to more people than just your cult members. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, it starts with
It's
the
like-
cult members, and
hey,
then
Smiley, yeah,
they
like
just
singing
go
to your
branch
cat.
out and get other
her
other
amor,
people
her
to join the
amor,
cult.
Amorians.
I have 20
Yeah,
cats.
I'm
They all love everything I do.
Yeah,
Like, it's not the same thing. Having
No.
your own wrangled audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it happens. All right. Well, we've come to the end of the show. A very good conversation. Very fun. See, I love where this show takes us. Sometimes we go all over the place. It's fun. It's fun.
Good conversation.
Serene Amor. You can find her on Spotify, on Apple Music. Not Pandora though. I'm just
I
kidding.
don't know.
I'm sure.
Who knows?
I
Maybe
can't
every
imagine.
Once in a while.
I can't.
Oh.
I'm sure you're on.
Check it out.
Yeah.
iHeart Music maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the streaming
Do you have
platforms.
a music video?
No, I need to work on that.
You
That
should.
has been one thing that
I know
now
Smiley.
this
Yeah, you need
break
someone in
from
a music
music.
video.
If you need some people in the music video, Smiley and I are free. We do music videos. I'm in the dog jury video.
Okay.
I'm
All
a
right.
professional
yeah,
actor.
I'm gonna keep that in. You're a professional actor. All right.
I play multiple roles in the dog jury video.
He even
I'm
brought,
three different parts.
he brought his own security shirt.
I brought my own wardrobe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you bring your own wardrobe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something. To
And
keep in mind.
I helped write some of the music video. Let's just say I didn't write it. I helped just write some parts of it.
Yeah,
Story
Barney.
direction.
definitely.
Yeah, we all wrote it, but yeah.
New music is coming very soon.
Nice.
I have
Yeah.
a lot of songs in my back pocket. Some already
Nice.
recorded.
Nice.
And we should hear new music by the beginning of next year for
Check
sure.
her out. She's
Absolutely.
awesome. I mean, here's the thing.
I will need a CD.
She's on this show.
I got you.
There's only certain people that get on this show.
Hey.
Hey yo. Yeah. Where's your favorite venue to play?
Dude, I love Echoes. I have a soft spot for Echoes.
You did I saw you there, and I was like sick.
And Echoes is just like the sound is always so good.
Yeah.
And I mean and I love Jake.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean he's really a good guy, and I think his heart is really like for music and helping artists and
Yeah, he's not making
things
money.
like that. Yeah, and I there's a heart and a genuineness in that space.
Right.
So I feel like you feel it when you walk in there. I felt it before I even knew Jake. I did some background vocals for Jimmy Climbs when he did like
Oh.
some
Oh,
That's
Jimmy.
that dirty scumbag.
Oh, love him. I love him.
We love Jimmy.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No,
ah.
love Jimmy Climbs.
We love Jimmy.
Yeah, and he had asked me, and how he had it arranged and how everything was like. It was just beautiful, and every single time that I play there, I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah.
So that's where I had my album release party.
Nice.
And
Also,
that's where I had
so
my
many
first
bathrooms.
solo show, just showcasing my music. So
Yeah.
it has a special place in my heart. So
Yeah. All right. Well, right on, man. How exciting. So check her out.
Check
She
me
does
out.
it. She does a show at Echoes. I just wish they were better at promotion. They were good, and then they lost it.
promoting is a very, very, very difficult. It's a science for sure.
It is.
And
I know.
there's a lot of different things, but I mean, shout out to Echoes for giving people
Especially, yeah.
Well, original artists, like
Original.
a platform.
Yes.
And saying no to like what everybody else is doing just to bring people in and just really
Agreed.
sticking to their guns and doing
Agreed.
that.
Agreed.
You know, whether you like it or not, you got to respect like the gangsta fucking
Oh, and just like the broad,
Jake,
like,
dude.
Like they'll bring anyone in. I think we saw
shout
Dick
out
Niffing.
to Jake. Huh?
I think I saw Dick Niffing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
was-
knows a lot of people. And
Wasn't he at our show? We did a show that we podcasted from there.
at Echoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very-
I think I do remember that.
Very broad. Like I love him for booking just anyone.
Yeah.
And just giving him a chance.
Dick Niven.
That was crazy, dude. I'm like, what?
He didn't bring in Fighting Tom Jones, though. Fighting Tom Jones punched his boss out. That's my favorite newscaster. But yeah, I want to thank you for being on the show. We've got some stuff coming up. September 18th, Duke City Championship Wrestling. Buy the ticket, take the ride, go check it out. We'll be in Chicago the second weekend in October.
Yeah.
Chronicon. We'll be in Rosemont, Illinois.
Is it gonna still be in Rosemont?
Yeah, suburbs.
Still cool.
But we will be at in Chicago. We're gonna be partying. We don't get to go to the Malort distillery.
Not this time.
Well, I'm not sure.
Are they bringing it to us?
No, he no longer works there.
Oh no.
Our friend that was the distiller. So according to Ming, we're not gonna. He doesn't think we'll go. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
We shall see.
But yeah. But we'll still buy some Malort and bring it back. I mean, they sell it at the stove.
We're gonna be on a train.
They have
We're gonna take back a case, dude.
They have Malort coffee. We gotta bring back the coffee.
Malort everything.
They do. Malort.
Gross.
Malort. And then yeah. So yeah, check out all the things. Check us out. Go say hi. Hit us up on social media. Add us. Our YouTube channel is blowing up. We were at like earlier this month, or no, last month we were at 200 people. Now we're at like 650.
Let's go.
Add us on YouTube. Let us get to $1,000 so we get 1,000 people so we can like
that's gonna take a while,
monetize our
buddy.
channel. Monetize it. We were over 1,000. We lost like 400 out of nowhere. I don't know how. I think it's
Probably
all
something I did.
Yeah, probably.
Just
I
blame
blame
it on me. That's my job on this operation. My fault.
No, that smiley guy's a sack of trash. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
but we love him anyway.
I don't know if they do. They unsubscribed immediately. The red glasses, no thank you.
I have different red glasses.
You do. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you, Serene Amor. With that,
We are 10 drink minimum.
Oh yeah.